2023. I'm Mike and I'll be your MC today. Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour was held online in 2021 and 2022, but this year we're on site in Las Vegas. It's finally time to begin the event. So who's ready for some Dragon Ball? Well, I like to hear. And of course, this event is being live streamed.
All right.
So give a big shout out to all of our online viewers. As the name suggests, Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour is a celebration for all the Dragon Ball fans. And we'll be bringing you some of the intense matches between top 8 players in Dragon Ball Super, the card game, Dragon Ball Legends, and Dragon Ball Fighters.
Exactly.
Today is day 2 of the on-site event, and the finalists for each game have been decided in yesterday's LCQs and qualifiers. So we'll be introducing the 8 finalists who are competing in each one of these games. First up, Dragon Ball Super card game. We have 6 regional champions and the winners of LCQ. Help me welcome LCQ winner,
Dragon Ball Super
Justin
card game
Rios.
World Championship. Justin Royce. Okay.
LCQ winner, Marcus Cantarsi. '22 Asia champion, Wang Po An.
Oh, I remember this guy. I remember hearing about him again.
'22 Italy champion, Philip Tarpini.
What?
'22 France champion, Antoine Aidou.
Hmm.
2022 Europe champion, Oliver Simmons.
Oliver. Oh.
2022 Oceania champion, Robert Rizzi. And our 8th and final player, 2021 World Champion and 2022 North America Champion, Andrew Duvall. One of these 8 players will be crowned the World Champion tonight. Let's give them one more round of applause. Now players, if you could line up in front of the stage for me and get ready to battle. Next up, please welcome the 8 players who won the qualifiers of the Dragon Ball Legends Special Pick Tournament. In Pool 1, Kuro Toki.
I was playing the Dragon Ball Legends theme. Oh, that's dope.
Also from Pool 1, Steve-O DG.
Dragon Ball Legends. Okay, wait, this is another player?
In Pool 2, Pepperoni.
Pepperoni? What? That's funny. Okay. Oh,
And from Pool 2, Sky.
Sky for Dragon Ball Legends? Okay.
From Pool 3, Sax.
Alright. So these are the...
From Pool 3,
Wait, there's 3
Drax.
players. Wait, 4. 4 players for the Structure Pack Tournament for Dragon Ball Legends. Okay.
From Pool 4, Gentleman Cheeseman.
Gentleman Cheeseman. Okay. Never heard of it.
8th and final player, Kid Joe YT.
Kid Joy YT. That's not a bad name, really.
These 8 players will be going head-to-head in just a moment. But for now, I'm going to ask you to stand by the stage. Let's give one more round of applause for our legend players. Please make your way to the front of the stage. And last, but certainly not least, the 8 players who won the qualifiers for the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour
Who was it?
2022-23 Finals.
Who won?
First up, Shanks. Ben Ricci. Please help me welcome Taco.
Taco? Oh, Keiko. Taco. Okay, that's how you say it. I thought it was like a C-O. Wait, what?
Next up, Wade.
So that's 2. Wade.
And we have Kane.
Kane.
Jahan. And next, Zane. And give it up for our 8th and final player, Indem. These 8 players will battle head-to-head on the Dragon Ball FighterZ stage. And now, all of our finalists have been assembled. But first, we have a very special message from someone every Dragon Ball fan should know. Let's roll the video.
会場にいるみんな、そして配信を見ている世界中のみんな、元気か？孫悟空役の野沢雅子です。今年もこのね、やってきましたね。ドラゴンボールゲームスバトルアワー2023。今回はなんとラスベガスで行われているっていうことで、皆さん盛り上がってますか？そして配信を見ている皆さんも一緒に盛り上がってますか？それでは開会宣言をしたいと思います。じゃあみんな、いっ じゃあやってみっか。ドラゴンボールゲームスバトルアワー2023始めっか。
It's time to battle. Players, please move to your game's stages. Give it up for the Dragon Ball Super Card Game World Championship 2022 Top 8 finalists. Next up, the Dragon Ball Legends Special Pick Tournament Top 8 finalists.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Legends. Come on. That's what I've been waiting for. It's the whole point of this stream is for Dragon Ball Legends.
Dragon Ball Fighters World Tour 2022-23 finals. Please stay on the stage. And with that, good luck to all of our players.
Okay. For like more from Dragon Ball Legends. Wait, chat. Wait. Bro, the Dragon Ball Battle Hour chat is speaking in Nagase with Ultra Goten. Why did anyone think of Ultra Goten? Okay. New blue shower incoming? I don't know. Why do people ever think it reveals? I don't know. It's crazy. We need Ultra Pan. Bro, that's never gonna happen. Bro, Ultra Pan is never gonna happen. Here it is, guys. Here it is. Here we go. Look at the chat.
Hey, everybody, good morning. Are you ready?
Bro, the chat is going, bro.
Dragon Ball Legends Special Pick Tournament.
Let's go.
I can't hear you, but that's okay, so we're going to get through this real quick because this action is about to be frantic. I am helped by
Dragon Ball Legends, let's go.
My illustrious co-host, Rip. How you doing, brother?
I am feeling great. We obviously had a ton of great matches yesterday.
Oh, boy.
And we're going to continue on today with our top 8. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be big, but that's not all. Today we got a special guest, the producer of Dragon Ball Legends,
Toshi! Let's go.
Hey guys, my name is Toshi, and I'm the producer of Dragonball Legends. Super, super excited to be here with everybody on stage, and I'm hoping everybody that's viewing online is excited as well. Thank you for having me here.
There he is, Toshi. Let's go.
It's been a very special weekend the entire time through. Yesterday's matches getting to this point were absolutely incredible, and we were only just getting started, man.
Yep.
I can't believe the kind of things we saw. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. I learned some things yesterday. I learned a lot of things yesterday about
we got
this
force,
game.
man.
Glad to hear that.
And I feel like I'm a stronger person because of it.
Oh, I'd actually like to see you play sometimes too then.
Oh, don't put me on the spot like that, bro. Come on, man. But no, dude, we are definitely out here ready for these guys to get everything, put it all on the line, get it up there in the field. If you believed that yesterday was amazing, today's only going to get better.
That's good to hear.
But first, how's this going to work? What's the format look like?
Format, right? So obviously, in today's final tournament, we're going to have the 8 players that came out on top yesterday from the pools in day 1. They're going to be facing off in single elimination format here. First player to win a round is going to be the victor of the match. So basically, it's the best of 1 situation. And all matches, the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the grand finals, all that stuff is going to be on stage.
Man, single elimination, guys. Brutality personified, about to be all over this place. I'm telling you, man.
Tournament
People are
overview.
going to be fighting for their
Day
lives.
1, and this is
But
day
there's something
2.
else that we got going
Single
on here. It's
elimination.
not just your average tournament.
Top 2 players
We
from each
have something
pool.
special. And
Okay.
you specifically cooked up
Pool
for
1,
this,
pool
man.
2, pool
I am
3.
responsible for this, yes.
You are
That's
responsible.
your fault?
Top 8
Oh my God, Rip! Tell us about
condition.
this special.
Okay, so this is the
Of course, we
tournament
got the
special
special
pack.
pick rule,
Again,
and that's
this
a
is
huge
just the
part of this
information.
tournament, right? So first of all, the player who
Players
goes first is
pick
going to be
1 character
selected
from
at
3 random
and then the
selected
player who
characters
goes up
that
first
they
is
want
going
to
to pick
use,
1 character to add to
they
their party,
want
and
to
1
use.
character to give to their opponent from 3 randomly selected characters. And then the other player is going to do the same thing. They're going to pick 1 character for themselves, 1 for their opponent from 3 newly selected
The first
random
player and the
characters.
second player
Both players will continue
take
doing this
turns
3
picking
times,
3
so both players
each.
have 6 characters in their full party.
Oh my
Okay, that makes sense.
What a system, man.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
It's going to be absolutely wild. But all speaking of wild, we also have this wild schedule ahead of us. Hopefully, we can hold together for just one more day. We're almost there, guys. What's that schedule looking like?
Well, basically, of course, we're going to start off. We have 8 players, right? So we're going to be starting off with the quarterfinals. Matches 1 through 4 are going to take place there. After that, we're going to move on to the semifinals. We're going to get 2
Quarterfinal.
more matches, right?
Match
We're going to
7,
down to 4.
match
And then
4,
the top 2 players out there,
semifinals.
they're, of course, going to the
Match.
final match to help decide who's going to be the
Today's
Dragonball
schedule.
Legends
That makes
Special
sense.
Pick Tournament Champion.
Woo! You know, we do this a lot, so
We do.
I don't feel too bad saying this. Top 8 always get me a little bit nervous. I can't imagine how the players feel, but I know how I feel just sitting here waiting for them.
Bro, the
just
chat
to
is
work.
going
Thank you for
wild.
explaining that, bro. It's almost time for the final
Ultra
tournament again.
Legends
So,
Limited. Wait,
Toshi,
what?
as our special guest here, I want to hear what your thoughts are on how these things are going to unfold.
So, thank you, Rip, for explaining everything, of course.
Ultra Goku Black.
As I mentioned earlier, yes.
We don't
are
know, guys.
responsible
I
for
actually,
doing
I'm gonna say this right
crazy
now.
rule and this crazy setup.
Most
It's not
of these
exactly what
players
you usually
in this
expect
chat,
in
bro,
in-game
are
in
like,
Dragon Ball Legends. Normally, we have the
they're
ranked
saying they want
where
Ultra
you just
Goku
go
Black
at it
or
as much as
Ultra
possible in
Vegito
a week's
Blue,
span,
which
you
is
know?
probably not even either
So you
war,
can
but
get back up. But in
we're
this
not gonna
rule,
get anything for the
3
battle hour
single
until
elimination.
after the
So,
battle hour. So
pretty
it's really gonna be around there.
intense.
It could happen during the battle hour. It's
Yesterday
possible.
we had with the Swiss format,
But
so everybody
I don't
kinda
know.
got a couple chances to like
Exactly.
shut their stuff a little bit. But today it's about putting up or shutting up, right?
Yes,
It's time to
exactly.
deliver.
That and also the special pick rule in of itself is, special.
Very
Because
special, yes.
That's also not in game. This is something that normally isn't that something players experience. Usually, players will pick their most optimized team. They want to go for the characters that they want to use. They want to play characters that they just got newly acquired. And this one, you'll have randomly assorted characters placed in front of you, and you're forced to pick one of them, and you force the other character on the opponent. So you don't even have a choice in half of the characters that you'll have out of the 6. And even the original 3 that you pick, that's not really technically your choice, because it's from the random pool.
Exactly. And the cool thing about it, too, is obviously just to do the special pick, you guys had to basically create an app for the players to go
Yes,
to show
exactly.
you guys here live in audience and on screen.
Yeah, the
It's pretty
viewers
crazy.
probably can't tell, but we did get ready and use service that's only for this tournament, this event. That kind of randomly
Kid
assorted
Goku
characters,
Ultra?
that's available for the
Bro.
pool. And and
That's
it will
not
show
gonna
up.
happen.
Players have to pick in order, and it's actually pretty smooth. It'll show up on the screen later on. But
Ultra
when we tried it
Toshi.
out, we
Very
actually
funny.
thought there's a lot of things that we could maybe reverse engineer one day, but we'll see. One day.
That would be a pretty
Ultrasonic.
radical idea, man.
What
But
are
what
you
I'm
getting
hearing
that
now
from,
is like
bro?
no one's really in control except for you.
No, I have no control over the random.
You just set it out there. Let's just set it free. Let's see how it shakes out. I actually enjoy this though because as a fighting game, former competitor, I'm just a commentator.
Yeah,
now, but
everybody's saying
one
Ultra
of the
Vegito
most
Blue.
impressive things for
This
a
is not gonna
competitor
happen, bro.
is to play in a situation
We
where
were
they're
really
not comfortable,
expecting that.
where they're not in an optimal environment, and still pull out the victory.
Exactly.
And then like, what do you say to that guy, right? Like, yeah, well, beat me on my main.
Chat,
like,
chat,
I already
chat.
beat you with
Slow
the main.
down, bro.
I haven't played this game, bro.
Exactly.
Extreme bragging rights.
Yeah, because this event, we made it so that it's, 50% obviously player skill, all comes down to that, but it's also 50% luck.
Oh yeah. There's a couple of times yesterday that I saw that 50% look kind of roll pretty nice in somebody's direction. They were picking up, I think it was that base Goku that could absorb the Genki Dama. Just put like 90% damage on you. It didn't matter who you was fighting against.
All right,
I'm like,
Toshi.
oh, really? Like that?
Sometimes you just got that one character that you just can't take care of regardless of how you try. You can't really do anything about that.
Ultra
You said it's like
Vegito,
50% luck, but
Ultra
honestly, the matches
Rose,
yesterday, it seemed like the players who were most dominant, it didn't matter what characters they had. In the real-time aspect of the battle, they were like, I know how to excel at this portion of the game so much better than anyone else that I'm going to pull through and get a victory anyway.
That's the unique part about Dragon Ball Legends, where we kind of think of it as being a real-time card action battle, where it's not just an action battle fighting game, where it's just the input of the buttons that matter. You got so many controls over it as opposed to little smartphone apps. So we'd like to think this is a unique experience that we're providing for everybody.
Oh man, definitely a unique experience. But speaking of unique experiences, it's time to get this special event on the go.
Let's do this.
It's time for the players to enter the stage. Let's have a look at them,
Let's
guys.
go, come on.
Match one of the quarterfinals is set to begin. Up first, we've got, sorry about that, Sky.
Sky? Really first?
Not?
I think he's going to come up.
Should be Sky.
What happened?
People are excited to see Sky.
Thanks for waiting. Now it is time to welcome the players who will compete on match one of quarterfinals. First up, we have Sky.
I like the question mark on Sky there.
Where's Sky at? Oh, there he is. He's right there. There you are, Sky.
All right.
There he is.
Exactly.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we asked Sky about his enthusiasm for day 2. He said, I'm super excited because I've never participated in tournament competitively, and making top 8 is even better.
That's crazy. He's never done anything competitively in this manner, so, I'm actually pretty amazed that he's actually this confident with us, so really thankful for that.
Bro, I told you a couple days ago that there are some people here that I think have what it takes to just be competitors in any arena that they enter, and I definitely think Sky is one of those brothers.
All right, that's good to hear.
How long has he been playing Dragon Ball Fighter? Started in December 21.
Yeah, so it's already 2023 right now, so it's been nearly, 2 years nearly?
Seasoned veteran, I would say,
That is pretty seasoned. And his favorite character seems to be Legends Limited Yellow Gogeta Blue. So that is a man of culture right here.
Oh, I got the
People
crowd
like that,
going, too.
yeah. Well, hopefully he picks it up in a special pick.
Actually, on day 1, I had a player wipe the floor with me.
Oh, no.
Somebody using Gogeta Blue. So.
We've got his work cut out for him because he's going to be going up against the second player, his opponent, coming to the stage right now, Sax.
Oh, another player.
All right, Sax.
Okay.
Tremendous performances yesterday all around.
Sax.
His enthusiasm for day 2. I just wanted to make my girlfriend and my family proud. That is a very
Gogeta.
nice aspiration.
Gogeta for himself. What?
Doing those fights for all
Chat,
of them.
slow down.
He rolled
Ultra
pieces
Luther
all
King.
around,
Bro, y'all need to stop.
Fighting just to win for his
Bro,
favorite.
relax.
Of course, been playing the game for 3.5 years as well. And his favorite
Woo-wee.
character, Legends Limited Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Ooh, that
Okay,
character
Super Saiyan
is
4
very
Goku.
spicy.
Hopefully hopefully he'll get a chance to, like, maybe if the luck is in
I
his
think we
direction.
saw it yesterday.
I kind of want to see, like, after they say their favorite characters, I kind of want to see them get down with those favorite characters. But it's about the special pick rule.
Yes.
So it's going to have to be about the dice roll at the end of that.
Exactly. It sounds like it might be about time. We might be heading on over to that special pick.
Hold on, guys. Let me
All right. My favorite time
check
of
the
the day.
battery.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, so we're getting ready for this special pick. If you haven't been here, or you haven't seen what's going on, basically these guys are going to spend a good chunk of time figuring out what their teams are going to look like based on this dice roll of, like, you know, a list of characters that are going to show up on screen. And then afterwards, they're going to build a formation based around that. And I think that's also equally important as to who you're picking and how you play. How do you formulate the team? Because you got guys up front who are actually getting their hands dirty. You got guys in the back basically just cheering on and giving the support, you know?
Exactly.
It's your
So, has a function called the leader slot in the top left of the 6 corners, and characters that you put in there will actually be able to receive Z abilities that normally doesn't apply to them. So that one character that you want to definitely use out of the 6 randomly assorted characters, maybe you want to focus on that. So, looking at who picks what is also another unique part of this special pick movement.
He definitely gave us a lot of elements to think about even before we get into the violence.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I was slightly apologetic in terms of how I had to make you guys learn so many things when we first asked this,
I mean, I looked at the roster and I was like, wait, there's 496 characters and they all have unique abilities or main abilities. That's a lot to take in really fast.
We got a week?
We're going to quiz you.
Exactly. That's what I felt like, dude,
Right, although, yeah, those matches are definitely, knowledge checks when they start. But one of the things that I notice is that, and it happens in a lot of different competitive arenas, is that you can come in with a game plan, but is it going to survive the first shot of battle, right?
Yes.
You might have been like, okay, I know exactly how I'm going to handle this, and then you and your opponent both have the same game plan, possibly being patient. No one wants to attack first.
Yeah.
Someone's got to make the move, right?
The mind game starts.
Yeah.
And of course, that tournament format, a lot of these players here we've seen have not really been in competitive events before, right? So they're coming to the stage for the first time. They've got some nerves that they're battling through. I saw some players on the shuttle last night who were talking about how, they had nerves on the stage. It took them a while to get into their rhythm, and it's such a common experience for players in tournaments. But players out here, this is their first time. We don't really get a lot of Dragonball Legends off-stream, off-phone action, local land play, so it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, especially for the viewers that's been watching, the opening ceremony. This is entirely unique to Legends. It's a one-off.
All right, it's time for the special pick.
Okay, here we go, guys.
All about this.
Here we go. Wait a minute, he seriously picked that character? Wait, what? Super Saiyan God Goku.
All right, yeah.
All right, sorry.
Goku Red.
Wait,
There's going to be a lot of
Android
Goku guys
13.
here,
What?
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, we saw a bunch yesterday. You see 13 getting picked up to that side, sending over a Goku to the other side.
Oh, baby. You got an Android 17 right there.
That
Hero.
17 is going to be pretty crazy. It's a relatively new character.
All right, they want that legend limited to Android 17. Not going to give them the Zenkai on their side, all right?
Zaha's also a relatively new character. Might shine in this scenario.
Zaha,
He is a original character for Dragon Ball Legends. So
Ribrianne, and Great Saiyan 1. Wait a minute, what?
You see him through the story mode come up there as well. So it's going to be a very interesting choice.
Wait a minute.
Taking his time here.
Oh, yeah.
LF,
Exactly.
Android 17. This guy,
Got 20 more
what?
seconds to go, bro, so don't take
His team doesn't even make sense.
Oh, took it.
Because he got launched there.
That's the homegirl, though. I'm like the only guy that likes her, I swear. No one ever high-fives me over Ribrianne.
When Ribrianne first made an appearance on Legends, she made an impact.
I heard she has made an impact, yeah.
Alright, guys, look.
We saw her yesterday
This
as well.
is the Battle Hour game app right here, officially. If you look at it on the screen.
Combo, you got Kaba, Zenkai, and Majin Vegeta available. Let's see where we're going to send them.
Which characters will be chosen for the opponent?
Just as important as the passive abilities and tag abilities, the color balance.
Yes.
I want to see it one more time.
Always in play. Saw
Right
a couple
here.
examples of that yesterday, where some color
This is what it looks like.
counter picks definitely turn the tides of battle in the most inopportune moments for the opponent.
So we have each of the characters decided for the 2 players. This is
Wait,
interesting.
Red
I have no idea
Kid
what
Buu,
the 3 characters each of
Yellow
those players are
Goku
gonna pick.
Black,
That's always the big question mark here, right? Obviously, Sky versus X
Purple
Sky to
Super
be
Buu.
on the red team here.
What?
Zach's going to be
Wait a minute, he
the blue
chose
team down
that
below.
purple Vegeta.
Just
Why?
color balance, I see 3 blue
What?
down low, but like you don't know how that's gonna play until you see who they actually put into the battle.
Exactly.
Yeah. So sometimes it's always about the teammate switching. Sometimes you might see an opponent purposely swap in a bad matchup for that character just to bait the opponent into, because the opponent gets hungry. Ooh, I'm about to put mad damage on this guy. What are you thinking? And then he swaps out again into a counter pick to that character, goes for the free vanish that he gets, and then he gets a counter hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure green is the counter to blue, right?
This guy got a weird team. Like down here at the bottom team right there. What is that, bro? You got purple Super Boo, does no damage. You got Kid Boo that barely do damage. You got Topo that halfway does damage, and you got Goku Black. It's like, the team doesn't even make sense.
Now we go into the team building.
Yeah, this is where they have to find the characters individually from the entire roster of Dragon Ball Legends. So.
Exactly.
Shout outs to that filter though, man. That thing
It's been coming clutch.
Yeah, that function has evolved over the years. It was originally, we didn't even have a filter of that sort.
Right.
And then gradually managed to
Bro,
make
it's
it
raining
detailed
hard out
so that
there.
players would actually be able to fine-tune
Don't
their
worry about
own,
it. You ain't gonna hear it.
Yeah. When I first started playing it again this year, I had noticed that filter had gotten so intricate that it made it a lot easier to actually boost characters than I was picking, because sometimes it didn't sort out the way I thought it would, and I'm just like, okay, let me just find this character I just pulled. Where the heck are they? And that just saved me like an hour.
Apologies for that.
No, it's okay. I appreciate that, yeah.
I mean, I think that, with the special pick format as well, it's hard to, as a player, remember the 6 characters that you just got assigned. It's like, wait, you gave me 3 characters. Which ones are those again? Which color?
Definitely saw some guys trying to sneak some Android 21 on the team, and I'm like, I don't think he got that.
That's the best strategy ever. You don't remember what you gave me, right?
Like,
I remember, yeah.
You gave me Android 21. I'm like, why would I give you Android 21? I think I'm crazy.
No, I give you the red one.
Goodness, bro.
Yeah, especially for certain characters, you got multiple color wheels of the same character.
Exactly.
With entirely different abilities. So, players up here probably have a pretty good idea
Oh my
of
goodness,
what
guys.
characters can
Wow.
do.
This is...
But at the end of the day, you have to be using that character. You have to actually base them, be used to those unique abilities to see what's going on. So even if you know it in your head, usually, you forget it sometimes. What happens?
Yesterday's Battle Hour, we saw Toshi, we saw Kai. We didn't see you. Why is you wasn't
They
there? I
tried,
didn't
but
see
don't
you.
accomplish it as well as Dragon Ball Legends does.
On the
My
fourth.
experience is that you can look at every ability for your character, like at this screen, on the auxiliary screen. Like look at the Zenkai ability, look at the tags and all that stuff. All that information is available, and so if you don't know, which is very possible here in this case, so many characters, get to reading,
And that's what we've seen so many players do when you do the selection process here. As they're assembling their party, they're going through the abilities, they're reading through, they're like, okay, so I can have these abilities if I put this team together, and it's kind of like they spend the time to actually formulate the battle squad at the same time.
So this is exactly the time for them to look through and maybe actually find out that the character that it's been pushed to them actually might shine.
Exactly. It's like the game has its Wikipedia built in it, right?
We do have sometimes feedback saying your abilities are like dictionaries.
Oh, wow.
Dude, it is so expansive, man. Like, I feel like whatever I don't know, I can really just click on the character. I'm like, I have no reason not to know this.
When you're first playing the game and you go through the story mode, I feel like as the tutorials unlock and you learn more about the game, you start learning, like, wait, there's even more than that? There's even more than that?
You guys got some tutorials really late in the story. I was like, did I miss something there? Like, let's do on easy mode.
Very deep game here.
All right, I think these guys are ready to go, though, man. Enough studying. We have to get this action going. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Let's go, guys. Get them hands up. Match one ready to go. Let's get it on.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys.
Dragon Ball special pick tournament.
Let's go.
The sacks on your screen, of course, is going to be the red perspective. That's going to be Sky's perspective.
That's such a weird team.
I would have put Android 17 on the later slide as well. Character.
It looks like Universe Rep, but then it's like a don't.
Yes.
Okay. No equipments, bro? Come on, bro.
Oh, boy.
They both got no equipments.
It's actually like he has quite a squad.
All right, let's go.
Let's see what's got. Both those guys are both competitors.
All right.
Come on, man. You do it.
Sometimes I wait for the second go around because I'm like, if I try it quickly, I'm definitely getting my 7 up.
I've done that before. Did you know that actually if you manage to get the exact same number, whoever taps first will have the fire?
No way.
Really?
No.
Rarely see it.
That's why they put it. That makes sense. There's the Android 17 all buffed up, and so is Coco.
Coco is actually big a lot better though.
That's number change there. Don't wow.
Right, some of the characters have their own individual health, so it's really good to switch around and spread the damage.
Exactly. It's an important part of this game, right? Because the main defensive action is your advantage depth. But if you don't get advantage time, or you get caught by zombie, you lose health.
Yeah, he knew he made a little bit of a mistake there. Possibly charged that key a little too long. Lost his offense.
That's so good. Beautiful combo.
Oh, and the ult connects.
Damn.
So far, no color counterpicks on the in play, so this will be pretty standard damage.
Sax had the advantage earlier.
Dude, that purple Vegeta is rough. Okay. Nobody uses that guy. Oh my
Really, first time doing
Oh,
Definitely not.
trying to be rushed in play.
And then blast twice in a row. That's pretty rare too. The golden have blast starts building.
And the first character is down. Who doesn't deal damage as well, you know, because he's at a disadvantage on the offset.
Already down to character.
Does not have enough to connect.
So what I'm seeing here right now is that Sax is holding on to as much as he can, but you're just able to put out raw damage like Sky is right. He's gonna hit you with all his
Oh.
Is a powerhouse.
You're gonna hit him with the. Wow, you're gonna hit him with that.
Oh my god. So Kitten does seem to have regenerative abilities here, so some of the damage might be coming back.
Holy cow.
I know.
May not get a chance to hit the stick. Oh, he got hit.
He's got enough time to get that corruption. Yeah, the Peppy Boo is
Bro, that red Kid Boo is garbage. Bro. Look at that damage.
That's what I'm saying. Some of that damage might be coming back to him.
Bro.
Possibly get third again.
That's bad, yeah.
As long as Kid Boo is on the offense, but still not able to put up the raw damage. That does it. Oh.
Yeah, 17 health is so big. These guys might
super tanky.
Infinite energy, bro.
Oh,
Touch the food and get much damage damage, man.
The endurance on Couple is gone. Almost stops there, but man, actually got a painful spot right here. Oh, the combo connected.
I feel like guys want to try to use this go for a little bit.
Right? But you got to ship a hero once, right? What's it gonna be?
Alright, let's see. We got a match here. Successor fail incoming for the Rising Rush.
Hard matches.
Oh, he picked right.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Wow.
Hey, yo.
That's big.
What a man.
That's pretty big.
Pretty big deal here.
Oh, and the tackle was a bit.
And this is what I was talking about. So yesterday we saw so many 180s happening in the middle of the match. Just like that, the momentum shifted.
But look at 17 health here. You know, it doesn't matter. The life versus death differential. Get him out of here. That's all of this combo with this tiny bit.
Oh, this guy's finished, bro. This guy's finished.
He's like, whatever, dude. This time on.
These players know how to wait to bait out the evade.
Yeah, very important in this game. Oh, that's good damage to the Goku right now. Hopefully, giving the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and giving him potentially some kind of trouble from comeback. But he didn't have region ability, so that's all him right now.
Oh, that's right. We're right in the tackle.
Counter!
What is some mean building? Look at this.
Sax holding on. 1-1-1 touch is gonna do it.
Oh no! And that is that.
Oh man. Sax with a
Wow.
valiant effort.
He won that fight.
Is your victory. Congratulations. Woo!
That was impressive.
Fun match.
My God, man.
I mean, you know, I was talking earlier how when you mentioned the 50% skill.
He tried,
50% luck.
he tried.
Yes. I think think that 50% luck came in really big with the 17 pick, you know?
That's
Exactly.
That definitely swayed the tides, but at the same time, Sachs was giving him all he could handle. Like, holding on for dear
He did
life.
stick around for like last moment. I can't believe he managed to hold on for that long, even with that character balance, you know?
Oh, for sure. I mean, we saw the 17. I mean, it seemed like Sky was kind of playing a little easy there. He's like, all right, 17's got this in the bag. Let me just play a little bit of Goku just for fun, right? And it seemed like things started spinning around. He called the 180 out. I was like, is this going to happen?
It felt like it, man, because we had seen it before where, like, the Rising Rush had just turned the momentum in the other direction. And I feel like in this game, it's so hard to get that back. You know, because you may have
Oh my goodness.
a lot of great defensive options, but the opponent got some pretty good offensive options to counter the defensive options.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get back on your feet.
It was amazing to watch Sachs just overwrite
Oh my.
the tackle
Yes,
striker.
freaking
Because
wrong time.
if you tap the screen once, you can tackle from mid-range, but you know, you can't actually. It gets overwritten by Striker's card.
Right.
So even if you attack at the same time, you'll get hit.
So they called that out perfectly twice in a row, man. That's a good judgment of the distance that he was at, because tackle only comes out at a certain distance, right?
Exactly.
He judged that distance correctly. He's like, as soon as you move, I'm hitting the button, bro.
Yeah, so just you talked about the Rising Rush earlier. The cards that people use in battle, you have stuff like the tackle that you can use, but the cards are basically like a meter if you can find traditional fighting sense, right? So you got the meter you're using, you got the cards, spend that meter in a sense. But some of those cards, they got Dragon Balls on them, and that's how you build up to that Rising Rush.
Oh, yeah, man. Dude, those Rising Rush built up so quick. Like, as soon as that first one ended, it felt like Sachs got one out of his own and was like, okay, this is all I needed, baby.
That's funny because we're only watching that one perspective. Right? So we saw the Rising Rush that felt like for like minutes. I was like, is he ever going to use it? And finally it came out. I was like, oh, it's from the other side. Okay.
Exactly. And it's not just a luck-based thing too, because cards that player that uses Rising Rush has to choose from the cards in their hand. You know, sometimes you could be out of luck. You could only have strike cards in your hand, or just blast cards, and you'd have no other choice. And if
Wait it out,
reads
right?
it, you know, you're screwed.
Right, exactly.
Pretty much, man. But at the same time, you know, this is why these guys are at this level. I mean, the one and done rule is definitely why this is most brutal. You know, I feel
Exactly.
like if these guys meet later on down the line, could be a different story. It was that close. So I love those kinds of matches, honestly.
Exactly. Best of one situation here. We are in the quarterfinals for those of you guys just tuning in. And we are 1 down, 3 to go here before we move on to our semifinals later.
Ooh.
Hopefully we can get something even remotely as intense as that. You know? I feel like this is only going to ratchet up even more. I'm trying to temper my expectations so I don't get too hyped.
We got down to one character at the end there for both sides, but that 17 was a little strong there.
Yep. And you know, we'll be honest. When we designed the special pick rule, we kind of did that intentionally, where we wanted players to say it was because of that I.
Oh yeah, you gotta be like, see, this is why I told you guys. I told you.
Same
That was
time,
a great idea,
like
guys.
each of the individual players' skills was amazingly, matched. I could tell that they both were very experienced in terms of PvP, so that was really lovely to watch from my own experience as well.
It really highlights that raw skill that they have, because I mean, obviously the Android 17 pick, that was kind of like the equalizer factor in some cases, but still at the same time, just really good play is always fun to watch, no matter who's on the field.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Anyway, we got more coming for you, but still that match, what a way to open it up, right?
I know you might actually, in the coming matches, there might be even more unbalanced combinations.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like that's what the most surprising thing is. If you look at all the matches that we had yesterday, there wasn't really instances where one player's single character carried them through the entire opponent's team. But this was the first time we actually got to see it happen. So I'm really curious to see how things move forward here, because you just mentioned that it could be even more imbalanced. We haven't seen that, but like maybe we only had a few of them, so maybe we have more chances to find those broken combinations later now.
I mean, yesterday we saw some pretty broken just picks in general. Some characters dying and then just coming back with like full health. Like, who thought of that?
Those freezes, bro.
Yeah,
The freezes were doing that all day, bro.
We loved when we implemented that. We kind of wanted to fight for characters that had that Dragon Ball feeling where they aren't done yet.
Oh no, I definitely got that feeling.
I
Like,
got
wow.
that feeling too. I feel like all their opponents did too. Like, man.
Like, the other guy's like, man, I gotta fight 4 guys.
Obviously, they have their ups and downs. Sometimes they're better before they get taken down once.
That is
Sometimes
true.
they actually do get better as they die once, but it's in a time-limited manner.
Oh, so it's kind of like
That
just like
makes
a temporary buff then.
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. One of the Frieza specifically, I noticed that he just did not have any HP.
Yes.
And the moment he went down, it was just like, okay, now he still didn't have any HP, but the damage is just crazy all of a sudden.
Just having that one wall makes a difference.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Anyway, I want to thank you guys for waiting. We are ready for our next match of quarterfinals.
Awesome.
Welcoming up to the stage, coming up next, we have Kuro Taki.
With who?
What's your enthusiasm for day 2, they asked? To win it all.
Simple.
That's the plan. How long has he been playing Dragon Ball Legends? Since day 1, man. He's an OG out here.
Oh my God. Thank you very much. This warms my heart just being here and hearing all that.
Oh, man.
We got a few of them.
His favorite character is Perfect Cell, and I had seen some Perfect Cells go to work yesterday.
Yes.
That is a bad man.
I'm pretty sure a lot of Legends players are familiar with this, but whenever Perfect Cell makes an appearance in Legends, whatever the iteration is, he makes an impression.
It feels like that because I could have sworn I saw at least 2 or 3 Perfect Cells that they played very differently, but all of them seemed like problems.
Exactly. Exactly.
But the biggest problem for Kuro Toki coming up next right now, Graz. What is your enthusiasm for day 2 to make it to the top 3?
Oh, yeah. That's
Very specific.
very specific goal. And, to make it to that top 3 means he's got to get past Kurotoki here.
Well, they've been playing the game for the same amount of time since day 1, both of them.
Thank you very
Oh, my
much.
God.
Oh, geez, man. Does it get any better than that?
It's 4.5 years already. That's a lot to think about.
For sure.
I could have graduated from college.
And, of course, his favorite character from the game is going to be Vegito.
Ooh, another man of culture here.
So I remember we did this, was 3-4 years ago. You guys introduced the Vegito character.
Yes.
Oh, it was back then.
Yes, it has been a while since then.
Oh, yeah. And that was just like, oh my God, this character looks so crazy. But we got a match between vets coming up for you right now. Let's get them ready for that pick, bro.
Yes.
That's right. It's going to be time for that special pick.
Once again, no one's in control here. I know I made the joke earlier that Toshi's in control, but he really just created the monster.
There's no switch down here. I think.
Yeah, you're right. He's like tapping it. Okay.
He's like giving like baseball signals, like rugby showing, like, yeah, don't go through this time. Give me a Vegeta.
This guy says he likes Vegito, so don't bum him.
You know what? Let's go Gogeta on him.
Oh,
Oh,
my God.
wow. He said it now. Watch, it's going to show up.
I mean, you might have
Three-man
spoken
defense is
resistance,
gonna show up.
right? So I remember on a couple days ago we were talking about which characters were available in the special pick, and we were like, pretty much everything from Sparking on up, and I'm like, so Ultra.
Pretty much, but it's not all of them. Tier C should not be in here, meaning
Okay.
the feature. So we have a feature function in Dragon Ball Legends where it's featured and then A, B, C, and that sort of thing.
Ah, okay.
The higher it is, the lower using rate it is.
Got it.
So we boost it up for characters that you don't really see too often in PvP, meaning in the pool that we have for this special big tournament, the characters that you see all the time won't actually be making a ton of tiers in here.
Okay.
Well, the reason 17 was in there, Android 17 on here, was because he's in the featured tiers. It's an entirely different lot.
Ah, okay.
So as you mentioned, Ultra Hit might make an appearance. Yes.
Well, I've never seen Ultra Hit online.
Oh.
So.
I'm ready to see it offline.
You never know.
We haven't really run into Ultras in general, for the special big one. I think the majority of characters we see involved is Sparky.
Yeah, no, it's going to be starting picking up, so yeah.
Yeah.
If we include Extreme and Hero, I'll be honest, I'm overwhelmed with the number of characters and the abilities that they have. I have my few favorite characters from Extreme Hero 82, but I'll be honest, I do not know all the abilities. I have to look it up occasionally.
There's a lot.
Constantly.
That's why he created this brilliant system of like, we're just going to give you everything in the game, like in text form. There's no reason to not know this information. If you don't know,
Hold the
look it
icon,
up.
read it up.
Just look it up, baby.
Exactly. Of course, you guys have Discord where a bunch of players get together and they post all their strategies and all the combinations.
Oh, yeah.
Assemble their best squads apart to share that information between all the other players. So I've been digging through that information. A lot of good details there.
Obviously, our balance team has certain combinations that they have in mind when they design the character combinations that they want us to use. And then whenever we see players think of something new, something creative, we're like, yeah, we knew what we were doing. And then we And sometimes you have that one outlier saying, all right, maybe we should have done this, or it's like, where did that come from, you know?
How did they come up with this? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
To have that one, right? One of the things that I wanted to really highlight about Dragon Ball Legends is the community that exists around it. If you don't know how to play the game, there's such a wealth of information out there. You know, already the game offers you so much at a basic level, but then like you go on YouTube or whatever, right? And there's just videos from content creators that just drop advanced PvP strats, basic PvP strats. Here's some match footage from 2 top-level players, and these people are just like explaining everything as it goes along, breaking down every little bit, and I'm like, dude, this is a thriving competitive community, man.
This content, the Dragon Ball Legends as a whole, new players support us. Without them, it wouldn't make sense. You know?
Right.
You did mention this yesterday, I think, on stage, but yes, 70 million players. But it's thanks to them that the game's available, and also it's this hot, you know.
Oh, it's super hot.
I really, really appreciate how everybody has that enthusiasm, telling others, or like creating all these guides for other players to enjoy, and then occasionally finding that crazy outlier thing where they just stomp on other players and show it off. But as a whole, I really, really appreciate it, and I do try and follow everybody as much as possible. So whenever you have something up, just please keep doing that. We really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man, definitely saved my life a couple of times leading up to this week. There's some things that I had seen before but didn't quite understand how it worked. I just broke it down perfectly.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I look at other players in terms of equipment, because in this game, each individual characters, you can have equipments on them.
Right.
That boost their stats, or sometimes even add an entirely new ability. You know? For this tournament specifically, we intentionally do not have players picking those equipments, because A, it will create a pretty big balance even more, and B, it's going to take even longer for preparation.
I was going to say, like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be out here all day.
Yeah, because there are so many equipments and so many choices for each individual characters.
And you can boost the equipment.
Yes, you can even have entirely different builds. Like you can focus on defense, you can focus on offense, you can focus on just blast attack, strike attack, things of that nature.
Man.
Exactly. So with the special pick rule, obviously we're not including equipment here. You know, otherwise you would have to have the players their own accounts, etc. So it's more of a level playing field, right?
Yes.
It's really focused, except for the random fact of like you don't get to pick who you want.
Yeah.
Really.
That's okay, though. I know I had been thinking about the equipment rule for a couple of days. I remember just like playing this casually, and it's like how much time it goes into just building the right build, and then finding out a week later, oh, that's actually not the optimal build anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, yeah, we should probably.
I blinked, it changed.
I mean, over 4.5 years of the game's lifespan, I feel
Exactly,
like there's a lot of time to figure out what build they actually want to run, which one feels a little bit better than the previous one, etc.
We have basically ages, you know, like in the age of something and so on.
All right, well, I think it's that time.
It's that time. Time to go to the special pick.
Oh, you don't see that youngster too often.
The baseball youngster. I didn't even know he was here.
He is a very unique character.
Wow.
I had a feeling the Bears was going to go and get selected first time. He is going to be selected. Who's going to throw over to the other side? Will it be the Yamcha? Maybe. Or is it going to be the Zenkai Goku Black?
It is the Yamcha.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah, Goku Black has the Zenkai ability, so you never know. It might end up helping the opponent even more than
Very true, yeah. Like I've noticed that, like, you know, people tend to like look for Zenkai ability because they are really strong. You know, they're very strong things. Characters without Zenkai ability.
Lord Shield, Zenkai.
Against someone that has an extra tool.
Brawly?
They chose the perfect cell. Like, I don't
Green,
care about the
that's a green
I
Brawly.
need that cell.
yes, that cell has revival mechanics. That's another unique.
Oh boy.
Janemba.
True to the information, to the nature of the show, right? Never done after 1 KO.
Oh, all purple.
Yeah, Great Saiyaman, Super Janemba, Mega Frieza as well. Can you go with the Mega Frieza this time?
Oh, actually, if you look carefully, you can see that the play red is starting to focus on the lineage of evil Frieza's clan.
Oh yeah, you thinking about that Janemba possibly? You're thinking when we're getting a Great Saiyaman. Like, yeah. I was gonna say, don't get Janemba. Come on, bro.
Oh, Legends Limited.
Woo!
Limited, I'm sorry. That Broly's right there.
I have a Broly, and I have, it's always good to have a Broly on the squad.
It's always good. Anything you want to add on here? We're about 2/3 of the way through this, I guess.
Oh yeah, no. This is definitely like this is a game of chess at this point, right?
It is. It really is. You got 5D chess going on right now.
Oh, dude. And then we have to fight.
Exactly.
Oh, no, Red player can actually focus on Frieza right now. He's thinking. Like, wow.
This could be a thing, yeah.
Big decision
Yeah,
here.
I think that's a smart move.
Red Kefla in lavender?
Frieza has
What?
a green card that
Why?
he gets
Why those characters?
That would be crazy.
Oh,
Interesting. So that means he gets more of the rising rushes available faster?
man.
He gets the green card.
Being able to spam rising rushes, that sounds pretty nightmarish.
Bro.
That's a lot of good choices up there.
GT Kid Goku is not something you see too often. He's a
Oh, this guy's gonna lose.
crazy character.
This guy is gonna lose, bro.
So, looks like Raz decided to go with the Kid Goku, sending the blue Broly over to Kuro Toki.
Oh, he's thinking.
Oh, hold on a second.
Yeah, he's actually debating that, right? The 2 hours in the end resets does in fact send over the
Bro.
Broly.
Nobody uses green Beerus LF. What?
The balance of the
Bro.
attacks he has available there.
Maybe, because-
Nobody
You know,
uses
that's
that
the
green
only saying
Beerus,
on
bro.
Red player.
He's
Yeah,
trash.
yeah,
Why would you use him?
in there somewhere.
That's a bad play.
No pun
Bad
intended.
play.
Sorry to all say it to the audience.
Well, here we
What?
have our squads setting up
This
Kuro
guy
Toki
gonna
to
bring
win.
LF
Raz
Beerus,
with
bro.
the blue squad. This Frieza
This
doesn't
guy's
have
smoking crack.
any kind of revival mechanic, does he?
On Red?
On the red team? Yeah,
He does not. He does have Beerus, which is probably be pretty crazy if he is focused on that character. But you can tell that Raz is going to, there's a chance of him bringing up a purple. So that might be painful bringing in green characters. So you already got that mind game going on right here.
Yes.
Where you have a character that you want to use, but you see that the color combination of their party is slightly towards characters that you might be disadvantaged.
Exactly. Yeah, I was thinking like you might have such a great game plan, but you're like, man, everything's just getting counterpicked. Whatever, it's Beerus, man. How can you go wrong with Beerus?
exactly. That's what I feel like.
Still has yet to be defeated, right? In any form of the media.
You never know. He might just simply focus on the Frieza characters.
All right, it's time for them to go into the deck building segment. Special pick is over.
Yeah, I'm really curious about the special pick in general too. Like, because it seems like for the most part we get pretty balanced color combinations out here, and I feel like sometimes the special pick it's almost like it's tailored to fit that way.
No.
Is it completely random?
It is.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yes.
I mean, I figured that would be really hard to pull off. When you actually had tailored like special pick combinations.
Oh my God.
I thought maybe it was just like like this combination stuff is more highly
Exactly,
higher
right.
odds of this happening.
At that point,
They have
I might as well
individuals on their
just
team.
manually curate
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
This one.
Here's a team that you have to make. Like if you're lucky enough to have like the Gogeta blue team, congratulations for everyone.
Wow, that's pretty crazy considering the combination that we've seen so far in this tournament. So it's really random with the players and the way that they've assigned themselves and their opponents their teams just kind of worked out that way.
Yeah. We took a lot of inspiration from other games, other entertainments as well, maybe virtual games or card games where you have that kind of one-off event where you open like a pack and random things come out and you gotta use them.
Right.
But those kind of content is always interesting to watch because it could swing any way.
It really could, And I mean, I've seen matches where they're using the optimal teams and they still swing either way. It still like could go either direction. But I don't think it's been anywhere nearly as highlighted as what we've seen here this weekend, where people are just working on raw grit,
Yeah, exactly. And personally, I'm hoping that maybe players who participated in day 1 and day 2 find out that, this character actually might help out or work
That's
out.
what I'm thinking, right? Like, what if someone says, like, maybe I can make this work?
Yeah, I never realized.
Seem pretty good to me in a couple of these situations. I don't know, like, these are characters, there's a lot of characters here that I don't see in a lot of videos. But I'm like, there's really no reason why they wouldn't have a place there, right?
Because there's a lot of abilities where it might be, tailored for a completely gameplay content-wise. And it's not something that is kind of like, not so much an Easter egg as it is like an homage to the Dragon Ball franchise, where you got Roshi, who's immune, flashes. Guess why? He has a sunglass. He has sunglasses.
Makes sense to me, man.
He's wearing the sunglasses. He
Yeah.
understands.
And you got that OG Ken, who's actually immune, or he takes a lot less damage from Kamehamehas.
Oh, really?
Yes, because actually not many people might not notice that, like in the original Dragon Ball series, he completely negates Kamehamehas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Goku just had to go in his own fist because he had no other way.
That's actually a brilliant, like, little element to add into that. Wow.
You see that in the ability. It's that kind of Easter egg aha kind of moment where you find out all these mini things that, I will be honest, most likely won't help you out. But it's fun to see, you know.
I really thought I was going to survive all those Kamehamehas, but
Yeah.
instead, he only got cells. What am I supposed to do about that?
Got a big boss rabbit. He just jumps to the moon every time the Earth is in trouble, right?
Like, you got a version of Nappa who takes less damage from self-destruct damage. Guess why?
Oh, man, this is trivia now, man. Hold on.
No, it's because there was a moment where Chaozu
That's right.
Oh.
Yes.
didn't work out for him, and we kind of implement that in game.
That's pretty
And,
sick, though.
Is that this funny thought of, like, Nappa tanking the perfect cell bomb explosion? Like, you think this is going to work on me, bro? I ate those for breakfast.
Perfect.
Exactly.
See, we got one player ready, number ready, just waiting on the other one.
Yes, sir.
Squad. I saw them reading through the strategies earlier, too. They saw the Mecha Freeze.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him.
Yeah, no, he saw the unique ability there is prevents tag outs for 3 seconds. I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool unique ability.
Those are very crazy because one of the best things you can do in this game to avoid attacks is, vanishing. Swipe sideways
Yes.
and you can dodge attack. But it takes time to charge. The quickest way to recharge it is switching characters. So, the best defense in this game is changing characters. But there are certain abilities that lock you out. You have no choice. You have to take it.
So that basically, for at least those 3 seconds, eliminates the double vanish opportunity.
Easily.
Okay.
There's a chance of that happening. And then we find out it's not even in the selected character.
Exactly.
Oh, no. Well,
I know you read it.
that's the nature of the deck builder, right? You're like, okay,
Yeah.
that's a really strong ability to have on deck, but maybe he's got something better
Yeah, maybe
somewhere
there's
else.
a different synergy that we can work with.
Yeah. Oh,
Because at the end of the day, you choose that one leader slot character, that kind of changes the entire tone of the
Yeah.
strategy that you move on with. We don't know. We could have Yamcha in the leader skill.
It could be.
He has a unique attack or unique skill that bounces back long range attacks.
really?
Yes, with his back.
Oh, sick.
That's awesome.
Sick.
It just reflects the death beat.
It's usually blast half attacks and such, but yes.
I don't want to see
Oh,
it. No, I
man.
need to see it.
These are actually really good ideas, like just in general for the Dragon Ball lore.
We try to provide as many unique characters as possible, especially in terms of in-game experience as well.
Oh yeah, no, I really appreciate the level of depth and love that goes into this game. But I'm also going to appreciate the depth of sheer violence that's going to occur. Let's go, guys. Match 2 ready to go. Thank you for waiting. Let's get it on.
Well, let's go. Come on.
All right, best of 1 situation. Of course, here another quarterfinals match.
That team don't even make sense.
Versus Grad.
The team on top don't even make sense.
So this is from the point of view of Kurotoki.
Yeah, you're doing a
I'm
little bit
gonna
of last minute
chill at the
study
same
here.
time.
You do have that time before the match starts.
Totally appreciate it.
Whenever I play online as well, you have that occasional match where, I don't know, maybe they're playing mind games. They wait until the last second to lock in. And then you have the other people who lock in within a second.
You're already ready to go, man.
man.
Like, hold on a second, I was reading something.
It's all I
I don't know which I'm supposed to be scared of. People who are confident with what they go, or people who just think out their plans beforehand.
I think that's
Taking the time to read everything that you have on deck.
I feel like this is mind games or just online play in general, right? You never know what your opponent's doing. Sometimes they just want you to grab a water or something. Yeah, oh my gosh, the mind game's here. I was just thirsty, bro.
Think we went the full count for the rematch?
All right, here we go. Dragon Ball Legends Special Pick Tournament quarterfinals match number 2.
All right, we put the Beerus up front, the Broly.
Bro, that's a bad idea to use green beers. Bad idea to use that weak character.
So we saw in the previous match, they both started off kind of waiting and out, seeing if they were going to available in one more segment.
Oh, that. Anything that.
Oh, okay, there, get him out of the way.
Interruption. Those time freezes are going to give you the opportunity to see how your opponent is acting and you can react to that. Uh-oh.
That connected. That was pretty painful.
Yeah, get these off.
Look at Freezer right now looking like a huge
Oh
problem.
no, that kicked it. Oh, Jesus. Pink very well.
And these are beautiful cycle cancel combos here coming in from Brad. Impressive.
Always warming up.
He's enjoying this.
Oh, no, he gave up the offense, unfortunately.
Oh, the flash comes in.
Bang it back. How high are we going to get on this
Uh-oh.
one?
That's 3 times,
Oh,
4
think
times,
about
5
it.
times.
Pretty high.
Oh, got that.
Oh, man. I appreciate the patience. Wow.
Hold on.
Chunking, my
But that was
dude.
not enough to take him down. Don't forget that Sal has the revival, so.
That is very true. And also now we got 2 big men slapping me in the arena.
Creep me out here.
Oh, my God. We can barely contain the power on the screen. Wow. Interrupted.
Bro.
Oh no.
Do it again.
Bro,
And right in your face. Psych.
Switch the kicker just in time.
No sell though.
Oh no, but that was enough.
Oh, well, look at that revival.
He's angry.
You were done to me.
Tackle connect. Oh, if you let Goku connect, his combo is pretty crazy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is like.
Oh, and Broly's here tanking it.
He got all that offense now. That momentum is completely incapacitated.
I like
bro,
Broly.
Zikai Broly.
Turned up the other Broly.
What? He just took all that.
Okay, Goku's doing nothing to you.
Oh, he
Here
got the
is
ultimate.
Ability.
Bro.
Oh, that hold is available.
And Sal tanks this.
He does.
boy.
There's a damage.
He's still garbage.
Congrats.
LF Beerus Zinkai is still garbage, bro.
Nice manage there.
Oh, he's waiting to see what the opponent's gonna do.
Oh, perfect manage. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Cole's going to throw it to the defense. Oh, he's on it.
That is a lot of.
That's a lot of muscle on the field right now.
Chipping away each other.
Oh, he extended too far to get the cat back.
Here comes Smith. Oh, he pulls in the cell again, but he doesn't have the revival available anymore, so it's back again.
Uh-oh. Tell gets up again after this one.
Oh, I don't know what that's about.
Right, that goes through.
Comes back to cell back. All right, that's one character down for Graz. I mean, rather for Graz.
Nice.
Well, wasn't firm control for a second there.
Oh, the Broly comes in.
Other game.
Ow.
Important.
Oh, that's a lot more damage than I thought it would.
Oh, my.
Oh,
Especially he does have the counter that's going on here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This blast card did so much damage. No, no, no. Wow, it's a full meter
taking
charge.
advantage of that to the fullest extent.
Oh, bro.
And that deletes your hand as well. So that's very painful and multiple.
Oh, man. All right, good recovery from Kurotoki.
Oh, no.
Feeling pretty strong about this.
Got him connected.
No, you won that.
And Kurotoki, hey,
Well,
looking pretty confident the entire time.
That was pretty confident, yes.
Yeah. That was definitely Kurotoki's game to win, and he took it in convincing fashion. Then moving on to further into the top 8 bracket.
I think he managed to keep all 3 of his characters.
I think so,
He
too.
did. He
Yeah.
constantly had an advantage. He also avoided the rising rush and the perfect timing.
Yeah.
He was doing.
I was gonna say, like, there was a couple times where, like, no matter who his opponent had on the screen, there always seemed to be one character in his deck that had a color buff.
Advantage,
against that. So
Yeah,
it was
just
just
Beerus was putting in so much damage on this one too. And anytime the Beerus was getting attacked, Broly came to tank for him. So it just seemed like that combination by itself helped him survive so much longer.
I mean, I can imagine how for the other player it's like, man, like I'm not even getting anywhere. this is such a war of attrition.
Yeah, some of the characters are over 3 years old. They're still putting up a pretty decent fight, especially in this scenario. So it's really fun to see characters that you don't see too often on the field when you're actually normally playing. So
Yes.
that's another fun part that we were looking forward to for this special day.
That's super
Yeah.
cool.
I think it's great. It's a great event that really show off what Dragon Ball Legends has for people who don't have all those top level characters. Maybe somebody's watching at home right now and saying, "Hey, I have this deck, and I've never thought about playing it this specific way."
Because some of those characters, like the one of Broly, was actually a free character.
That was a good match.
That's right. Yeah.
But then it was like,
You can acquire
that guy
certain events that
wasn't supposed to be using LF
challenge.
Beers,
Yeah,
bro.
right, acquire the characters.
Don't do that
You don't
again.
have to constantly
That was
be thrown off by luck or anything like that. Instead, get those event characters.
You've got one solid dude on the team. We'll give you one, and you build around that.
I mean, from what we've seen right here, he seems like a pretty solid dude indeed. You know, just to have in the squad, use him as your tank, move out of matchup, just seems like a good choice.
Really just there to flex on everybody.
Flex.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, especially how I think it was Raz. The two of his three characters was Red, so he was constantly at a disadvantage when he was going up to Broly. That was very painful.
Yeah, that was something that I think that's what we were talking about. We said
Right.
no matter what, there was this one character in the wings that if the main one in front didn't have the buff, someone in the back definitely did, almost at all times.
Yeah, that was just a rough combination. I feel like, you know, the color wheel hasn't really come to play that much. The element factor difference from the match we've seen, but this was one of the ones where it definitely played a huge part in the outcome.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I know you have to plan for that, but sometimes you're like, maybe I can get around it.
Yeah.
It seems pretty strong, though.
It probably definitely helped Kurotoki keep his calm too, because he always knew in the back of his mind that there was that one character you could rely on.
Yeah.
He's that tough, you can throw him out, you can tank everything. Because a lot of the attacks, if it doesn't kill you, you know, you can just stay back and relax.
Exactly, right? And that seemed like Kurotoki had that poise the entire time. I think that's what's going to carry them far, especially into this top 8. You need to have that poise when it's the pressure, not necessarily the opponent putting on you, but just like the atmosphere, because all this stuff matters, right?
Yes.
And people watching you in the stands, knowing people are watching you at home, knowing we're talking about you right now, sitting next to you, all that comes into play.
Exactly.
So it's a big deal, and of course, you know, now one step closer to making it into that finals even, right? He's going to be moving on to the semifinals. Kurotoki is here. So you just one at a time, right? You get one done, 2 more to go, and then you're going to be the champion. So the pressure only gets more intense as you get close to winning the trophy at the end, of course. But yeah, they seem really confident. Of course, that match there was between 2 guys who played the game since day 1.
Yeah.
So, you know, they obviously have a lot of experience, but playing on the stage is a whole different level of pressure.
Exactly. I still don't understand how some people do it because they've had opportunities, you know, to play in front of people, play on screen, and my hands are shaking basically.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not really like this, right?
As someone who's played on stage at many events and lost every time, it's rough.
Yeah. I don't understand how some people just keep their composure and just bring their full game into these sort of opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
The craziest thing about, you know, playing in tournaments across any competitive title is, you know, you have your level of composure, you're fine, but then when something goes wrong in a match and the pressure rises, like as you mentioned, like your hands will start shaking, and in games, like especially touchscreen games, when your hands start shaking, it's a disaster, right?
Oh,
you know,
right.
You start gripping
It's all
real
sorts of
tight,
stuff,
you know,
man.
just make sure you're swiping correctly and tapping correctly, you're not accidentally
Yeah, you
tapping.
got the clash going on. It's like,
Oh, he waited like 5 rounds to that.
Okay.
Oh, man.
It's taking probably like
You got to do it eventually, man. Come on.
yeah, if you played, you might have noticed, but the speed that it moves does change randomly. Relatively slow. Sometimes it's crazy fast.
Okay.
So if you think that it's constant and just push at the same timing, it goes at a completely different location.
Interesting.
I never noticed that until you
I
told
didn't
me.
notice either.
You also have that flash for beam clashes too.
That's
It
true,
doesn't have
yeah.
to be all attacks. It has to be, you know, the blast Kamehameha type attacks. But when it clashes, it looks so good.
I haven't been able to reproduce one of those moments yet, but yeah, it does look really cool when I see that happen.
Obviously, you know, not all characters have that. You have the
No, yeah.
just brutal combination type of attacks, and then you have like the attacks that Broly had, where there's nothing to clash there. You're just
Bam.
erased.
Yeah, you're getting erased correctly.
How do you clash with, like, you know, earth-shattering, like a sphere of destruction, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Try. It's just probably not gonna work out for
We
you.
saw that. It just eliminated Kurotoki's entire deck. Oh, man. Gotta catch my breath.
I was just trying to clash, bro.
I'm trying to catch the ball, man. Come on.
Another thing, I don't know how many players actually intentionally do it, but if you look carefully, each of the characters have their own arts card type.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. So you got the base minimum 3 cards of strike and blast and 1 special move.
Yeah.
And then for each of the characters that you bring into the party, they bring in additional strike cards and blast cards. And that creates like a mini deck of sorts. And you cycle through that, meaning if you use a blue card once, you're not going to be seeing that for a while, until you cycle through the entire thing, basically.
Oh, okay.
So, occasionally you have that one rare character that has his own blue card, meaning you can have 2 special move cards in one deck.
Right.
So, that's why sometimes you see players blasting crazy.
Oh,
I
they're
feel
just
like
trying
we
to
saw
get to
that.
that extra blue card, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
You might have actually intentional picks where players want to focus on just strike cards or blast cards. Usually, if you just simply randomly pick, it usually kind of it balances out, so you don't really see too much of a slant towards one side. But you have those really intense players setting it up, min-maxing everything. You see that party where they just constantly have that strike card, like it makes you wonder, it's like, can you even shoot in that deck,
You just constantly
It's
strike.
just all this.
That's really interesting. I didn't realize that the deck cycles like that. And it also, we saw, I think it was the first match today, the first quarterfinal match, where we saw back-to-back super cards come out, right? So that's pretty unlikely, pretty rare, I feel like.
It could also be, some characters have their main abilities, tap their base icon, and it brings in their own special cards. But you have that rare occasion where, I've seen players bring in like 3 characters, each with their own blue card.
Wow.
Their entire hand is blue.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds pretty cheap.
Yeah, you
I'm
go
going to try to
up
do that when I
against
get home, man.
It gets tiring.
All right, well, it's time for another top 8 match. We're still in the quarterfinals, and it's time to move on. We've got 2 more gentlemen coming to the stage right now. One specific in general. Gentlemen, Cheese Man, come on down.
All right, Cheese Man, gentleman Cheese Man, let's go.
See
what you can compete
can't
for,
believe
man.
made it this far, no matter
Let's
what
go.
happens, it'll be
Get it done.
a day to remember.
That was good to hear.
That
Got
is
his bow
quite-
tie on and everything. Let's go.
That's a nice one, man. He's
That's-
definitely living up to the name right there, man.
Nice.
How long you been playing Dragon Ball Legends? He says since a few months after launch.
He is a veteran.
Oh, yeah, man. You got a win on your hands, don't you?
I'm a veteran for Legends too. Right? I've been playing this game since 2018, since it dropped in March. What are you talking about?
When he first came out, he had that unique gauge ability where it doesn't
He ain't
matter
the
if
only
you're
one.
controlling him or not, he just dodges the attacks automatically.
Wow.
So that is something very unique to him, and for all the Ultra Instincts out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Although he is, I've only seen one Ultra Instinct in Wild, so.
In the
Yeah. Well, speaking of Wild, we have Cheese. I'm just calling him Professor Cheese, man. This guy's
Professor Cheese?
Professor Cheese. He's a doctor right now.
Gentleman.
Cheese going up against Pepperoni. Come on down to the stage, brother.
Why they got food names, bro? It makes no sense.
Pepperoni out here. Fell in love with Dragon Ball Z as a child. Opportunity to advance is found as an adult in the game based on childhood love. Cannot be put into words, but here he is on the stage.
Pepperoni.
Competing in the quarterfinals.
You know, he said he couldn't put it in the words, but I think he nailed it.
I think he nailed it. Yeah, that was a good chunk of words.
And the bullet.
How long has he been playing Dragon Ball Legends? Another day, one player.
Dang. That is pretty crazy.
Well, I'm telling you, it's a loyal fan base that you got here, bro.
Really appreciate that. His favorite character seems to be the yellow Kaioken. Oh, good. That is pretty cool.
Don't think I've seen that one yet either, so that is going to be something I look forward to when I get home. Also, I'm also going to try to find all these characters when I get home. Say, all right, you like this character, try to build a deck around that.
Sounds like a great strategy.
Yeah, these players one day is going to be able to use the favorite character in maybe one of the matches, but we'll see.
Seems
We'll see,
unlikely
right?
so far, right?
Yeah.
It might happen, you know, but like right now, it's time for them to get down to business. It's time for them to get to the setup for the special pick. So let's take spots, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Gentleman Cheeseman going to be going up against Pepperoni. For some reason, I want pizza.
I know, that's what I'm saying, right?
I mean, how can you not?
I'm trying my best not to get distracted here.
I got an image of some certain circular food in my mind.
I'm telling you, we actually watched both of these guys play yesterday, and they were very impressive.
Oh, so they were featured on the day one match?
They were featured. They won different opponents, but definitely in both of those matches, very special performances. And they were actually two of the players that were teaching me new things. And
Oh, really?
Watching it, yes. So,
That's good. That's good to hear.
definitely happy to see them flashing here.
I feel like the interesting thing here is obviously we saw them both do very well yesterday.
Yes.
This is a special pick rule, right? Like maybe they just happen to get some good characters selected or thrown their way, and this time around maybe it won't happen. So you never really know.
Story.
It is pretty crazy what can happen depending on the combination. It's not just your picks, it's the opponent's characters as well that can swing the outcome.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we're talking both like the characters they pick for you and also the characters they pick for themselves. It's just such an ebb and flow of like decisions being made. And I mean, I gotta be honest, dude. If it's me up there, I'm like, did I just make the right decision? Is this guy actually? Am I actually doing what I think is right for myself by giving him this character? How do I know he doesn't like this character?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be brutal. Like,
right?
am I really gonna give him this Goku? I don't know, man. But you know, the other thing that's interesting too. What do you think, Kiritoshi? Do you think you'd rather be first in the selection of the special pick or second? Because first you get first choice, but then you get the last choice of deciding how the team's going to be fully fleshed out if you're on the second pick.
I'll be honest, this is entirely a personal preference, but just because I like seeing characters first, like it feels like I have the initiate. I want to be first.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I'm definitely, if I were to ever be in that situation, I will definitely regret it. I'll be like, I'm going to be smiling. I'm going to play it as though I'm confident, but I'm internally screaming.
Internally screaming like, oh man, I don't know what I'm doing, but here we go. I was actually thinking like, what if there was like a guy who just picked an entire team, like like he gets his picks, and the opponent gets his picks in there, but he makes his battle team entirely of the characters his opponent picked,
Oh,
and then he wins with that. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, because 3 out of 6.
All right, let's go.
The opponent's picks. You are right.
Here we go. It's time for the special pick. Red side can be gentleman cheeseman, blue side
What?
pepperoni.
Smart.
Got a hit
Purple
up there.
hit.
That was close.
Ice Shenron and LF Grade 8 Vegeta. Okay, that's not too bad, but like,
What's he gonna give up?
I don't know, man. Like both of those look like they could be
Ice
pretty strong.
Shenron.
Yeah. Yeah, we got us.
wait, free to play Purple Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku.
That God Goku is you manage to get other God keys. It's going to be very helpful.
And then you got Yellow Android 18.
What?
Is that something that goes up depending on how many are actually in the deck too?
No, it's simply that in terms of the benefits that you have,
Oh,
health is, your main life source. So it's a pretty beneficial thing to have one character out of the 6 you have. A lot of players in the top league will always have, but at a high percentage will have one character boosting your health.
okay.
Ultra character here, Omega Shenron.
Ooh, we finally get to see
Amazingly, he
one.
has synergy with Ice Shenron, so that first pick,
What a gamble. That pays off.
it did.
Wow.
Ice Shenron is something that's been pushed to him, so
Thanks. that's what I was talking about, right?
you don't know what might happen.
What if that was the one?
This is Goku going to red side.
And I gotta think that Omega Shenron is gonna be popping up in battle.
Oh, another Taco here.
Yeah, Taco's been popular in these stage matches.
Making a lot of appearances.
Wow, they're locking it super fast out here. Okay.
Ooh, they know what they're doing.
I got the Pepperoni team looking fearsome right now. You got all Saiyans and a couple dragons. And that color mix is looking pretty nice too.
That yellow Gohan was a menace when he came out.
Oh, really?
First, yes. I'm pretty sure.
Omega Shenron? What?
I'm sure
Yellow
the players will love
Turles,
to hear that
red.
shit up.
Wait, why
Omega
both
Shenron,
Turles,
really
bro?
look forward
What?
to seeing that if
Rosie,
doing so, because he
GT
is an
Super
Ultra
Saiyan
character.
Goku,
Ultra characters have that unique perk of
Yellow
having an intro
Gohan,
animation. With
Green
Pickett as the first character.
Cooler. Why Green
You guys
Cooler?
really went to town on these characters, huh? I like
What
it.
is that?
It's kind of like the polar opposite of Legends Limited characters, where if they have a, if you finish it off with an ultimate move, you get that special outro, that finishing animation played.
Okay.
So Legends Limited will have the outro, and Ultras have that intro.
Okay. In terms of strength, do they kind of stack up evenly a little
No, it depends on the combination at the end of the day. But lately, I think I'm starting to see a slight trend towards Ultras being, as an individual character, if you look at it like piece, it's kind of slightly stronger. But yeah, the limited characters still can't hold their line against any character. So
It's still fight, basically, yeah.
All right, come on.
General obviously red. But on the red team, we saw
Gotta wait.
yellow potentials out there. That's going to be really bad news if any of those end up in the battle versus the yellow.
Yeah.
That could be an issue.
Quite possible.
never know though.
That's always something that you always have to keep in mind, right?
Oh,
There's just so
random
many
call.
elements in this game that you think you've got like the big bad team, but then like maybe the color balance is all wrong, and you're like, oh well, time to fight a hard fight, right? Even though I potentially have the stronger team. But I don't know, I still gotta believe that Omega Shenron's gonna come out, man.
He's
Like,
not.
even if this was the
I would be so
intro,
disappointed if it wouldn't be.
right?
It's our first time seeing one here at this event. I feel like it's got to happen.
You're pressuring them.
Yeah, you better pick that.
Come on, bro. Gotta get those content ratings up.
It's very funny.
You definitely do have those occasional players where they have like a theme attached to it, like the Saiyan Saga theme, where you got like Vegeta and Nappa and Raditz in that one lineup, and you have like the Android lineup, where you see those rare Android 19 and 20. You don't really see those too often.
Very rare.
I definitely have seen some of those guys online. I like the commitment to Aurora there, though. That makes me a little more excited to see those kind of guys play.
We even have, I wouldn't say a joke party, but in Dragon Ball Legends we have those PvE-oriented stages where you fight different assortments of Cybermen. They're differently colored. They actually have unique names. And a few years ago, we provided
Hello?
for a way to acquire them.
Really?
Be
Go
playable.
back.
So if you match them up, you have those 6 varieties of Cybermen. They might shine.
That's pretty cool.
They might shine.
Yes.
That's pretty sick, actually.
Nobody sees it coming because they're like, all right, so I know they exist. What do they do?
I imagine it's pretty cool when like you see one, you're like, oh, it's just a Cyberman. But then he starts glowing, it's like, oh no.
Wait a second.
He committed.
It's pretty crazy.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
That is pretty cool. It looks like
They're getting ready to
almost
match.
ready to go here. Yeah, they didn't waste much time here.
No, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, you can tell just from the special pick and how fast they got through that at the end of it. They're pretty decisive about what they want to go forward with.
I'll be honest, we did set up a schedule based on people, we knew that there would be like a fluctuation of time requirements depending on how well you each of those characters, but on average, looking back to day 1, everybody seems to know what's going on. They know what they want to pick and they know what they want to push on the opponent. Like, you don't really need that much time.
Oh yeah, exactly. This stage of the tournament especially, right? These players have been on, they've done it a few times at this point, right? So they're only getting faster and faster at it. The only part that throws them off is that special pick when they get 3 new characters they weren't expecting to handle.
Like, wait a minute. It also, I think, helped that they saw other players' matches and found out, that certain characters actually might not read as well as others, but perform very fine.
Right. Makes sense to me.
All right, well, time's up. It's go time.
Well, if you want to go stream, you can.
Special. Let's get it on.
Quarterfinals match number 3 here, Dragon Ball Legends Special Pick Tournament. Gentleman Cheeseman on the red side.
In my live stream, you
Pepperoni
said you
on the
said?
blue side. And the perspective you're seeing, of course, is the red side, Gentleman Cheeseman.
I think this one's going to be special, guys. Like I said before, both of these guys had incredible matches the previous day on their own right. Now they clashed here in the perfect setting. It had to happen. It had to come down to this.
This is what we're hoping to get, of course. Is the Shenron really on the bench?
Andrew 18 is on Gentleman Cheeseman's.
Don't do me like this.
He's on the bench.
No, he's there. He's there.
Okay,
He's
okay,
there.
okay. I got
He's not
you.
leaving.
Yeah,
He's
no,
not leaving.
you gotta do that. You got that half GT theme going on.
That's definitely a unique element to this combat right now.
Let's go, come on.
Oh, and then Turtle opens up an attack. Oh!
Gosh.
So dealing very nice damage.
Cancel for the combo there as well.
Wow, that GT Goku's going wild, man. Keep going.
Goku's chunking right now.
He also has crazy combos.
46-hit combo right now.
That was the breath of fresh air that Pepperoni needed right there, because he was not getting back on the offense.
Oh, and you got the range screen effect. Wow. That is a very menacing effect because if you're up close and you dodge, it still hits because it's an AoE.
Oh, and it hits multiple times, I imagine.
Charge them combos coming out here right now. Really got to kill the
Rush. He wants him out of there.
Oh boy. And you want, oh my god. You got the right charge, Pepper. Oh boy.
It's not even over yet.
It continues. Oh my god.
Oh. And now we get to the pick.
Oh.
No.
Right.
On three.
Are you kidding me? Yo, I am so disappointed at the General. That's what we came in for?
Legends Limited Vegeta, check that man for bricks in his fist, bro. My man got Cinnabon in the club.
Oh, Banks is dishing out a pretty good damage, though.
And Pepperoni not out of this yet.
Yeah, achievement characters are not known for their defense, so those are dealing pretty good damage. Oh, nice weight.
This is coming down to actual ball gameplay. Pepperoni just
Whoa, Ice Shiran doing work. Whoa, that was pretty good damage right there.
I mean, that rising rush early was huge, but right now things fall apart. Oh, and get connected. Oh, that's big.
Oh no.
I just got the old cowboy. Here we go. I think that might be it. Yes, sir.
Oh, got obliterated. Oh, wow. This guy won.
Bagging on life support. Got him.
And the combo starts. And
It is, man.
done. Wow. Oh, that was crazy.
Bro.
With the-
Wow. Wow.
I gotta say, man, that did not disappoint.
That was pretty crazy.
That definitely did not disappoint.
Pepperoni won, man.
Shenron was 100% going to be the X factor here. The gentleman Cheeseman, my God.
I mean, the crazy thing was that Shen was out there, right? Immediately got rising rush, right? Huge damage. Harm's alive, God. I was like, oh, I guess we're even going to see him play.
That Legends Limited Vegeta went like
Vegeta,
goblin
yeah.
mode, bro. He was just like, I got 3 pellet guns for you.
He is crazy.
Oh my God, dude. What a character. I mean, yeah, I'm not disappointed that the Omega Shenron didn't get to do work, but I am disappointed we didn't get to see the intro.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a bummer, but Gentleman Cheese from there,
What's up,
fantastic performance.
Kakaroto?
Moving on
What's
to
up, man?
the semifinals as well. We've
So I
got
couldn't
the
tell you
players squared away for
before.
now. Just one more spot
Quite dizzy.
available, basically. But Gentleman Cheese, man, clean play.
Great,
Was.
great play. So what's really important about that is because a lot of people think ultra characters are like, oh yeah, man, that's the hammer, you know?
Right.
I think Gentleman Cheeseman was like, not quite yet, man.
We know it's limited.
Literally gave the ultra character the character buff behind him, like, oh, we got the extra dragon behind me too. The tag buff is in effect possibly. Didn't matter. Legends Limited Vegeta. Not even Super Saiyan, just regular Vegeta with 3 gallon guns.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those special moves coming in.
They hurt.
And Legends Limited character seems super strong, right? Like, I mean, if you had to pick between the UL characters or the Legends Limited, which one do you think you go?
I don't know, man. I think Double L right now might be the move.
Oh no, I'll be right back. Let me go get my portable charger because I don't need it for the phone. Because it's going to drain my battery.
No. Just need to get another one.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Like, Gentleman Cheese is just...
Yeah, his entire character roster was entirely offensive.
Yeah.
Very strongly, strike force oriented. You could tell that 18 had that green card that turns yellow cards into red cards.
Oh,
So that's
wow.
another unique thing that character has. And I mean, unfortunately, you didn't see 18 shine as much. I think MVP of that match was Super Saiyan 3 Goku right there.
Oh, at the end, oh yeah, just kind of holding up the fort as he wanted to close it out. And, no shade on Pepperoni.
No.
Pepperoni definitely was taking advantage of the, let's say, low HP that some of those characters on Gentleman Cheesehead's team had. Because it looked for a second he was ready to outplay
It looked
him.
like the
just-
one
No,
he
in terms of neutral play, I think he was like one step higher, especially because he saw the moment of when to strike. He waited for Cheeseman to take that one step, right, before he could react to going
battery,
next pack. He went.
77%.
Yeah, he went in and the damage was mounting up, and Cheeseman corrected perfectly, readjusted, just took it home, played solid.
Yep.
That's all it takes sometimes.
Exactly.
I tell guys, the big finishes, they're always cool, right?
Yeah,
Especially on the stage.
definitely.
End up on the highlights, no, all that stuff. Right? But sometimes you just want to play solid.
Exactly. Cheeseman, his combos are actually the most impressive thing to me, right? Like, obviously, you said he was very much built around the strikes, but when you look at his combo, his execution of the combos, he barely drops anything. It's amazing.
Right? Once
He
you got that touch.
lets you use the green cards too, especially for Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Those AoE cards, right?
Yes.
If you're long range, it doesn't hit you. You can actually back away from it. But if you aren't aware of it, you gotta anticipate it.
Right.
Because you see that exclamation mark, you kind of want to dodge,
Because that's the move, right? You're like, okay, time to just...
Any other attack, you gotta dodge. And then that one green card, if you do dodge and you end up being close to the opponent, it's an AoE, it's a field attack, so you get hit regardless.
That's rough, buddy.
Very smart stuff there from Gentleman Cheeseman. As expected, he looked fantastic yesterday. Looking great today. And you can see like the disbelief in his face almost when he wins. Damn, I did make it. We're going even farther. Let's go.
Well, I'm sure you saw that Omega Shinron UL chop up, and he was like, oh, boy.
Exactly.
It is like this.
Gave him a shit on it, and he got that one too? Come on, man. Where's my luck at?
All I got is this double L Vegeta. All right, what are you going to do, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, he did comment he didn't see this coming from his own experience, too, to be able to come up here.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that they're up here on this stage as well, because, we don't have we never had, like, a specific events leading up to this point where you had qualifiers or anything of that sort. It's participating in this event, the opening, the first stages, day one, that in and of itself isn't difficult, because you don't need to have your own account, basically. We prepared it for all the participants, so, worst case scenario, you don't even need to know the game. You can just be just like, hey, let's get it fun, And then you have these OG veteran players coming up, and regardless of the luck, they come through with their skill.
Yeah, they're schooling people with that skill level right now. And that's what I like to see. I mean, it's nice also to think that there could be somebody who literally just started today.
Of course.
And just appeared in the
That would
top
be
eight.
ridiculous.
They were just like,
I mean,
kind of nice and stuff.
I mean, I am kind of talking out loud so that people are aware of Dragon Ball Legends available on smartphone apps. But
Interesting.
yes.
Does anybody play that game? Like 70 million of them, maybe?
Maybe.
70 million.
Somewhere up there.
People
That's
got
a
everyone
pretty
like
good
me.
number. I mean, that's a pretty
Thanks,
okay
guys.
number. I mean,
There's at least about 10 million players
70 million is a solid number.
have the
Solid
game
number.
downloaded. They've been playing since, 4 years?
We are trying.
no, you guys are doing an amazing
Some
job.
3 years,
All
some
of this,
a
so
year,
last
some
time we did,
brand new
Wild
players. Like,
at, the other event.
it's not like we
And,
don't get
like,
brand
the
new
amount
players.
of, like, just growth the community has had since then, and it's all grassroots. Like all these are all guys just doing it because they love the game.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the best part.
Exactly.
Action, too. We really appreciate how everybody's liking our original story.
Look, I like Dragon Ball Legends
It's a
too.
good story too, my
but
man.
here's the
I
thing.
actually read some of the
Thank you
flavor
very
text. I'm like,
much.
hey, I feel like this is some stuff.
There are hackers in the game, bro. We ain't gonna lie.
I couldn't believe how long it was. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wow,
in there,
this
man.
just keeps going.
It's 4 years worth.
Yeah,
It's still
Bro.
going.
Yeah, if you guys are new to the game, let me tell you, there's a lot of free content there for you. Just get in there.
Lots
Mhm.
of stuff to do. And also, the story of Shallot is still going very hot. We got a
Okay.
lot more in store for him, so I hope everyone looks forward to that, too.
I just want to say right now, Shaolin
Oh.
on all the time. Man.
Toshi saying more story for Shaolin. Let's keep it going.
I don't know what it is. I know there's probably better characters, but I feel comfortable when he's in the leader position.
It always warms my heart, when people like reference the moments that Shallot has with like early days with Nappa and Vegeta, or like the friendship that he has with Kappa, and all these hot moments that he's had. And sometimes I see those fan arts or like people like just showing their love for the character. This is entirely unique to Dragon Ball Legends. It just it brings tears to my eyes.
I mean, the way that you guys handled his ascension to Super Saiyan, I was just like, dude, that was perfect. And when I realized, like, oh, he actually changes into Super Saiyan as an option now, he actually evolves as an end-game unit, that was bravo.
Thank you.
I don't think anyone's ever nailed something like that so well, man.
That's very neat.
Yeah.
Even his brother and his friend in the roster for the special pick, so you might see them somewhere. I'm pretty sure I saw some in day one gameplay too.
Oh, yeah, no, I think I saw somebody throw him in the mix, too. At least the brother character, so. Ooh. Maybe we'll see him today. Is he in there?
He is.
All right, then.
Alrighty. And of course, we're down. 3 quarterfinals, 1 more to go.
You have to remember, this is a tournament.
It's a
as cool
tournament,
as this
yeah.
game and the story is, it's still about watching two people near the arena and one person leaving.
Exactly.
I mean, they actually both leave. We don't actually throw them in the back or anything. Like, they disappear, but, like, you know what I mean.
Oh my goodness.
All right, speaking of which, it's time to move on to the final match of the quarterfinals.
Exactly.
We've
Boot
got
and a half.
Kid Joe YT, come on down. What is your enthusiasm for day 2 to play?
That is
To play. That's it. Straightforward. Straight to the point. How long has he been playing this game? Though 4 years. He's been around for a minute.
very much.
Yeah, he's been playing the game for 4 years.
Beast Gohan.
Beast Gohan. You know, I still have not seen that character.
He is.
He's an old veteran player like myself.
I mean,
I've been playing this game for a very long time. Myself.
Because no other game has it.
That's true, yeah. I've not seen him in any other game just yet, so good job, guys. We get the sneak preview every day if you're watching on YouTube.
He is a pretty crazy character.
But up next, Steve-O DG, come on down.
Oh, man. Steve-O says he wants to get the trophy and meet a lot of cool people. We saw Steve-O play yesterday. He played fantastic. He had one of those crazy comebacks.
He did have one of those crazy comebacks. It was one of those guys that I was saying we had a 180 turnaround.
I've been playing Dragon Ball Legends for 5 years.
He already has those eyes on the
Wow.
trophy.
Wow. That's a long time.
Playing since the beta.
Oh my.
Proto Man over here. But on my own, as I have been playing every day, only missed 3 days of practice.
Oh, you know,
3 days
he based a lot of our decision based on his gameplay. That means he was our beta tester.
Oh man, my guy, my guy is in there.
And his favorite character seems to be the Blue Revival Frieza or Full Power Legends Limited Frieza.
That's some bad choices. I think I saw one of those get some working yesterday, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it seems like a pretty good unit.
That was the one I feel like. I feel like he was the match we saw with the Frieza. They had a crazy
Hey, back,
comeback.
like, hey,
man,
guy.
I thought he was done.
I'm not done here.
Never done.
Yeah, no, Steve-O definitely an impressive player that we saw. But Kid Joe YT as well, very impressive player. They wouldn't be here in top 8 otherwise.
Of
if
course.
they weren't. But now it's time for them to get down to business.
Yes, sir. They got to
Take your
set up.
places.
Set up. It's time for the special pick, of course, right? That's where the players are headed. You guys already know it, man. It's going to be amazing.
I'll be honest, it's very entertaining to watch genuinely because A, the characters are random, you know, so you don't know what's coming up. It's not going to be the same all the time.
Right.
You got, obviously, you'll see some characters multiple times more than others, but even that, combinations and their play skill at the end of the day just completely changes the tone of the match from all the other players' games too. So.
Oh yeah, no, totally. I mean, I've seen some repeat characters get picked and do the same things over and over again. So that's how you know, like, nah, this is just a good character, right? It was not luck.
Right.
This character can just do damage and can take damage. But at the same time, I'm more excited for those characters that we haven't seen just yet.
Of course.
Get in there. We saw a Dragon Ball era Yamcha yesterday, and I have been thinking about that character since the preview video of the special pick rules, and it kept showing the Dragon Ball era Yamcha. I'm like, I think he's gonna appear, man, and he's got to.
Like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I'm like, come on,
It's gonna happen.
Someone's trying to drop some hints over here.
No, that character actually is pretty crazy.
He was looking pretty good, yeah. I was
The
very-
old days, you know, when he was still a bandit.
Actually was winning fights.
Oh, you got to bring it there? Come on.
I'm still a Yamcha guy.
Hey man, he's a top tier Earth human being.
He is.
Top tier human.
Pierce recognized it. Pierce was like, yo, don't add up to the tournament because that's just too much, man.
Exactly.
He was like, it's too strong. Gotta keep it fair.
He was abusing his powers during the baseball episodes, so that was hilarious.
He
to watch.
was, man. I just remember, like, Yamcha just, like, joining the baseball team for the team fights.
Yes.
He's just like, I don't really like baseball, but when these guys get to fight, I'm in there.
All right, but it looks like these guys are almost ready to go here.
Listening to the rules right now, confirming some details.
Yeah, I got to say, if I was not on Steve-O's side, I would not say any reasons. I'm trying to talk real quiet just in case they... I started thinking, I was like, oh man, I should let him know. But we saw the comeback yesterday,
He
right?
definitely did, man.
And you saw his favorite characters. I think he stayed with people's favorite characters.
He might have that good look, that good RNG.
Exactly. But it's time, guys. Let's get on into it. Let's go to the special pick.
All right. We got Haiku.
Red Pycon, okay.
Oh,
He's still Z tier
He's
boost.
taking it.
He might be
Nice.
putting some work.
They're
Red
That first
Bardock.
there was a
That's
perfect
bad,
cell.
bro.
Have not yet seen the perfect cell I didn't like.
Red Bardock sucks, bro. Big.
That blue final form cooler is also a menace as
Okay,
well.
blue cooler, Zenkai.
Might
Okay.
get a cooler, hopefully,
Is
get
that
recently or something.
Yellow
That would
Cell?
be,
Is that
pretty
the
good
free to play
gamble.
cell? I think that's.
Oh, he's thinking.
And
Perfect
Legends
cell,
Road
base Gotenks.
Gotenks.
Not a good
Right?
choice either way.
Yeah, it's Zenkai Legends Road Gotenks.
And he's chosen
Yeah.
Gotenks.
Like I
Okay.
said earlier, that all the perfect cells in this game seem to be problematic for like whoever gets them. So
Yes.
that might have been something he was trying to avoid there.
17.
We saw Super
Okay.
17 do work yesterday.
His
Oh boy.
ultimate is so annoying to work with. It paralyzes all your characters.
Oh,
I think you might have seen it, but paralyzed.
Wait,
it happens
Wait,
random.
choose
Japanese something.
that's
Krillin. Yellow Krillin. Choose yellow Krillin, bro.
I think we saw that earlier today. Actually.
He's actually pretty good.
Meter key charge.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you got like the painting going on where
I would
certain
really go
attacks
for the
hit
Super
right
Saiyan 3
over
Goku, but
and
that
then
yes, he chose
paralyzes
Krillin. Let's
you.
go.
Safe, and then randomly it just shocks you.
Oh wow.
All right. Steve-O going with the Krillin.
Yellow. I don't know.
Blue Gogeta.
I would say
Not
use
Gogeta Blue, but
yellow Broly.
He does transform to Super Saiyan.
I was gonna say I
Gogeta Zenkai. You know what? I don't know what he's gonna choose,
He's
just to be
thinking
honest.
very hard right now. It will influence his entire party's theme.
These are all seemingly good picks. Yeah,
Oh, he
I
chose
knew that
Gogeta.
was gonna
Wait.
probably happen now.
Okay.
Yep.
I remember when
He chose Gogeta
had
first.
originally dropped this game. Very popular character.
Oh, that's a lot of Universe 6
I
characters
would
on
go
one screen.
for
Huh.
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I would go for that assist unit.
Steve-O did not get any.
Okay, so you got
This time
second
around.
player,
He's kept the cooler.
Rosie.
But as Toshi just said, that cooler's still kind of a.
Bro,
Yeah,
that
it's a mess,
red Pycon Z tier boost on the boost in
His
PvP.
individual hits are right now.
He needs a showcase for him about his Z ability for
And
Z
a
tier.
Gogeta fusion team.
See what he can
Interestingly
do.
enough, actually kind of focused on the fusion.
Yeah.
So that's pretty funny.
And two of those were something
And
that Steve-O.
We need some more showcases with red Pycon
Super
again.
17 is also technically has
That's
the fusion.
true. That is a fusion.
So he's benefiting from that. A lot more synergy than you thought there would be.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that was intentional.
It's always the question.
I know the Gotenks, for at least as far as Steve-O is concerned, were intentional because he gave them
Exactly.
to Kid Joe.
And it was pretty early on too, so that's another fun part of this event where you force some character that you think is going to be a disadvantage, ends up having a lot more synergy down the line.
Right, yeah. And I think he got stuck in between a rock and a hard place because it was either Super Saiyan Gotenks at the end or another strong character that he could have thrown at him. He's like, well, gotta bite the bullet.
Exactly. So many different options here. You see the colorful option there. On Team Blue side, we got 3 yellows, but as always, you never know which ones they're going to throw into the battle.
That's right.
Man, whenever I see players with a 6 character outcome, I always imagine on mine as well, who would I put? Who would I pull out? And then I'm like, I have no clue.
I have no clue. You just pick the ones you like.
Yeah,
That's the way to do it.
Play what you
Characters
like,
that you're
I guess.
familiar with, characters that you actually want to see, you know, or characters that you've seen other players use because, I mean, we didn't really talk about it much but Pycon, as an individual character, his character abilities are pretty crazy.
Okay.
The vanishing of the opponent, and just as a stat as a whole, it's actually pretty high.
That'll be good too, because it's also a red unit, and the other team had 3 yellow units, so
That might shine too.
that might be a good reason to
We'll
put
be
him in.
honest, individually speaking, he's very good, but in terms of using them in tandem with other characters, yes, he is a bit of a disadvantage, mainly because it was a bit hard to provide for tags for him, because he doesn't have tags.
He's kind of a standalone character, like,
Unique
a lot of
character.
ways, yeah.
Obviously, he has the anime episodes, but besides that, it was very hard for us to think of a theme-based party. So that is one disadvantage. So that's also another reason why we kind of boosted his individual stats.
I was like, I actually just gave you an idea. Just like add a bunch of dead characters to the team.
Oh yeah, with the Halo,
Yeah,
right?
Halo, yeah.
That is an idea.
Yeah.
Or just like a tag that says has died once.
Yeah, there you go, right.
Man, 4 more years of tags would be real crazy.
I mean, that's a very common theme in Dragon Ball,
Yeah, it
right?
is.
So it's like,
Tattered pants. Whoa,
definitely something to
interesting.
think about. Oh man. at this auxiliary screen right now.
They're going fast.
They're getting ready. Yeah. Looking forward to see what character they're putting on their leader and then what they're bringing out onto the field.
Yeah, get it done.
Joe right now with that.
You're about to say, but
I don't want to give him. I don't want to give him the W already.
Yeah.
That's looking like a pretty nice selection right there.
Yep. Another thing, Zenkai characters, that's another boost. So, a number of Zenkai characters might give an advantage for these players as well.
Yep. All right, we're about to find out because it's time to go. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's get it done.
Get
Ready.
on.
Ready to watch this.
Into the match. Dragon Ball Legends Special Pick Tournament Final Quarterfinals match. Kid Joe YT.
Oh my goodness, that's a 14-star team. Holy moly. Holy
I
cow.
had a feeling, man. Just call it a hunch.
We'll see who's coming up in a few seconds.
Remember though, we say all these things about building the W1 map, but it still comes down to how you perform in the middle of real-time battle.
Exactly.
And Steve-O definitely
Green,
has
green,
shown that he
blue.
performs very well in that arena.
Okay.
So it might come down to just outplaying.
Look over here!
Oh,
Super Saiyan God. Here I go.
that shot Goku is up.
Actually, that's pretty good damage coming from Super Saiyan God Goku. That is pretty good damage. That's not bad.
If you look carefully, he did intentionally not even stop that exclamation mark because there was a chance of Super 17 coming up to absorb the key.
Right.
Okay, there's the Gogeta then, and we have momentum shift. Super Saiyan Gogeta available.
Unfortunately, he can't connect, but...
Use the advantage to close the distance. I like it. Hey.
Yep, absorbing the damage with the green. Still getting pretty good damage despite that moment.
On again. Oh, he didn't have time to advantage that. Didn't have to meter.
Oh, perfect damage. Beautiful. Beautiful. Steve was probably thinking, which character is switching?
So here comes Super 17. Does have that.
Bro, what was that? What happened to the stream, bro? Why is it cutting out? What the heck?
They still get ready to go to work. Big combo incoming.
There we go.
Yeah, he's landing as fast as possible, probably because Krillin's healing up too.
Yeah, he got right.
Bro. What? Oh. What happened to the stream, bro? I'm like, what's happening? What the heck? Bro, the stream was kind of weird.
Nonsense. No such thing as Dragonball.
Had to make sure. These guys have to come back to life.
Oh, nice dodge there. He waited to make sure.
So this is a combination of Tail and Calypso. I believe they are projectile based.
It's an assist character, so it's not exactly the same as attack. Oh, but
Ooh.
riding rush.
Damn.
Oh man, Emptiness in there. These are the cover kits connected before, but now he needs a ton of damage off probably on this. Get the right card here.
Yes, he is.
That's something.
Ow,
Bro.
one more.
And another one.
Some cold blooded. I just kicks him in the spine like that.
Yo, is 17 gone?
It's good.
Yeah.
He managed to switch, so.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure he's money.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Okay, but I'm not done with this.
She doesn't have a picture, though.
He does get the 17.
1 for 1. Picture number still even. Oh, no!
Right in front of the man.
Bro.
Could be doomed.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Follow-up tackle.
Kids have got a lot of work for him ahead of him right now. I don't know. I never say never.
Okay, here comes Tom. Who got your super card to go? I got the super card too.
I'm pretty sure Steve will have them, too. Even if this doesn't kill Goku, the paralysis is still going to be pretty annoying.
Damn.
My gosh.
I saw that from 17, bro.
Oh no.
The heck? Bro, this guy's getting
Protection
wrecked
into
so
power.
hard.
Was still at full health. So oh no, the paralysis!
That is rough. Oh my god.
Nice charge step.
Gotenks is mid.
Got a lot of green cards, man.
Got him.
Okay, no card right now, though. Oh, wow. Talking about no cards are being called. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
The super move does take precedence over normal attacks.
Yeah, that's alright.
I have not watched Tail yet.
Tap attack is clearly not enough to kill her. Is the strike enough? It is.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he won!
Oh, that's just masterful play.
Wow, he win with Gotenks.
Kid Joe YT.
Gotenks.
Congratulations, man. I'm almost
Alright.
speechless. That was so wild.
Pretty crazy.
Right there. Kid Joe, YT of the red side. The 17, keep the 17 alive there.
That was a smart move on his
Very,
part.
very smart move, yeah.
Dude, you weren't kidding about that paralysis.
Yes.
Oh,
The utility that he holds, besides paralysis, he even has the green card that absorbs key attacks and heals up whenever he does that. So
That's cheap.
that's 2 in 1 basically. It stops the attack and it even heals you, you know?
Wow.
So it's very annoying to work with. Obviously, you know, sometimes, as I do, if you activate it at the wrong time, you just get bashed in the head with the fist.
Okay.
But if it's a key attack, it
Right, you see it coming.
mitigates it and it puts you at an advantage. So that's pretty good on his part that he managed to maintain 17's health. I mean,
What's her
obviously,
pain in the
Mikla was shining in that match right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, he caught that rising rush at the perfect moment and just melted everybody on the screen. Dude, I'm sorry. I actually have that unit at home, and I always just bust a gut when Kale comes in and just kicks you in the back. That's
so good.
rude, man.
In the back room.
She did 3 times. I'm like, God.
I mean,
That
they
guy's
got the whole
back.
vibe of friendship and amazing connection they had, and then beating, you know, stuff out of the opponent's face.
Exactly, yeah. And she's a legendary Super Saiyan too, so she's just turning your back into a pretzel.
Yeah, exactly. Got that entire power hidden within her.
Oh, definitely, man. So yeah, that was a very wild match, but you know, Kid Joe YT holding on.
Steve needed the freezes.
I mean, if you
Steve-O needed the
think
freeze.
about it, the Gotenks too, he didn't pick that character. It was forced on him.
That was forced
So
on him.
brought it up.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that I was wondering about because I brought it up like, what if the character you pick for your opponent ends up being the downfall of you, right?
Exactly the case here. He finished off the Gotenks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes, though, you know, 3 random characters come up and you're like, they're all good. I gotta give
Yeah,
one
gotta
of
give
them
somebody, right?
so you're just kind of, well, you're gonna get something good out of this.
Exactly. You have no choice.
What a monster you created. Special big roll, dude.
I'll be honest, if people genuinely like this is something that we want to think through and do something similar maybe in the future. But like as the content as a whole here, what we have here, I'm really liking what players are feeling. I see the reactions and the comments, and it's, I mean, as an individual also, it's entertaining to watch because it's fresh every time.
Yeah.
Obviously, the player skill is maintained too, so it's not a roll of a dice entirely.
No.
Right.
There is like a level of, like you said, skill that comes into play because you have to make something work at the end of the day.
I think it'd be interesting to see like a combination of like preset teams that you guys put together and let players like pick from preset teams, like maybe the side man team that you were talking about earlier.
You know, so until we came to this conclusion of this rule, we actually had tons of other ideas too. Like one of them, we've done this before in a different event. You know what, let's just have them hold the smartphone upside down.
Yo, straight up, like,
blindfold them.
I'm down.
Blindfold
I like
them,
that. Those are
make
bonus
them
skills. I like it.
and stuff like that. We also have the serious ideas, like you mentioned, maybe pre-curated parties, you know?
Right.
But I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to maintain a fair balance.
Sure.
There's always that one party that will just stand out a bit more than others.
For sure.
Or like that one party that we meticulously worked on and nobody's gonna pick. And we're kind of crying in the corner right here.
Like someone's like, dude, that's a really good team. What are you guys doing? Come on. No, I like the way it's going right now because it's actually very fair. Anything can happen for any character, any player. You know, everyone's making the most out of the situation. So that's what I really love about what we're seeing here. You know, like if I want to watch high-level PvP, we can definitely get that anywhere you want on the internet. But here,
Okay.
you're just getting raw skill and.
Oh, you want to go raw hardcore, huh?
Man, I got these characters. You give me all these. I mean, these are the best that I can pick for myself. All right. Line on my gumption. Let's get this done.
Line on my gumption.
I mean, I taste the sense of those heated PvP battles on a daily basis. Especially yesterday, I was around around on the arena, fighting.
Yeah,
with
you
players,
were yesterday.
and they literally wiped the floor with me.
They are
I
really
was
good.
just laughing out loud. All I could do was try my best and just, wait until the outcome came up because those players, as we have right here, so many of them are veteran players, and even without that background, they really know what they were doing.
Yeah. That's great to see, man. Like that just shows
It feels like they're running on a different engine in their mind.
yeah, like they have like this.
We didn't design it this way.
No,
What are you guys doing out there?
As I mentioned earlier, this is a real-time card-based action battle.
Right.
So you got that thinking moment sometimes. You know how some of the characters you can technically stop time with your main abilities, with your special moves and such. But like even without that, it feels like they're running at like at least 4 times speed or like circulation speed than my brain is. Or something.
What FPS are you running at? Mine's at 20 right now.
I'm over here
Yours is
watching.
300? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I'm watching you guys vanish stuff point blank, and I'm
Exactly.
like, what?
It's
the
like
reaction
they
is
have
crazy.
at least 5 steps in their mind that they imagine beforehand, and I am just routinely providing what they're coming up with and letting them just pummel me at the end of the day.
Exactly. Like, anytime you see someone like double vanish on you, you're like, all right, he vanished, swap, vanished again just to bait me out. I was like, I guess he did. I fell for it again.
And whenever I panic, I just swipe like crazy.
That's what everyone does.
I have that opponent just calmly standing in front of me, and I'm
What's he doing?
swiping sideways.
What's he doing? No, like I was wondering, like as a developer, like you probably look at this stuff and you're just like, that was a pretty good idea. I'm glad I thought of it.
No, some of the play styles, or like the implementation, did come from inspirations from players'
That's
play
awesome.
style, where we see players, play certain ways, or we see a trend, and sometimes, yes, we'll be honest, we go ahead, but with that trend and like try to destroy it, and then we have other times where we kind of boost it up to see how many more players can enjoy that and how many more like patterns can deviate from the original trend.
That makes sense. That sounds good. I mean, game knowledge is always such a tricky and difficult thing to pull off, right? No matter what, you're always going to upset someone, I feel like.
That too, and also we kind of have this idea that this is a Dragon Ball game, and all these individual, abilities are based on the characters. It's tied with the character. You can't just like split it and say and just like judge on its own merit individually. So at the end of the day, we kind of try to look at the actual, power level in the story of Dragon Ball, as well as the feeling of it, because as long as it's not one individual character that is constantly winning you the game throughout the year, certain friends we feel is actually healthy, having certain characters shine for a certain time and switch it around.
It's always a quick point, like rotating the meta around so players get a different experience out of the same game is always a really
You still here?
beneficial experience, I think, for the large player base especially.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you actually do make it truly fair and even, then nothing is special.
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
That's a great way to put that, actually. Like some people wonder, like, why can't everybody fight on the same level? And I'm like, they can if you play them correctly.
I guess we can just level everything out, and then I'm imagining in a day or two, everybody will tell us to please revert it.
Where's the personality? But I feel the personality in this game, and for me, that's really top. That really tops a lot of elements of game design. If I can just see the personality in the way you guys designed this, like, perfect.
I'm just imagining like if everything was perfectly balanced, we'd be like, well, Goku dropped his spray bomber side, man, he totally survived. That just doesn't sound right. I don't get it.
And I'm really glad to be able to have this opportunity to see for the players to hear their feedbacks as well, because it's really rare for us to be able to do that.
That's awesome.
All right, well, we're pretty much almost done with the quarterfinals, but there is one more coming up next. We got Professor Sensei.
I think we're done. No. We're done.
That is.
We are done.
Players are with that.
Yeah, those are reserve guys. But
Reserve. Oh, my bad.
I mean, he would have been here.
He
Somebody
would have been
dropped
here.
out.
Okay. Well, we are done with quarterfinals.
We're done, man. We got 4 left. We're done.
My bad.
8 players in. Now we got 4 left.
4 left? Okay. 4 left. We got semifinals coming up next then, huh?
Exactly.
All right. Semifinals will be featuring the winners of the previous 4 matches.
Of course.
Exactly.
I believe we had Scott. Oh, my bad. I didn't see that.
It's on screen.
We got Sky versus Kurotoki. We got Gentleman Cheeseman versus Kid Joe YT.
Wait, who's the final?
Matches.
This is a
You know, all these
semi-final.
players have been so phenomenal
Gentleman
the whole way
Cheeseman
through.
versus
I
Joey
think
Ortiz.
last night I was talking about
Okay,
the
so
shuttle bus ride home
those were
to
the
the hotel,
fighters.
and
Okay.
Gentleman Cheeseman was the one on the bus, and so
Yeah.
this happened to me. You know, I heard him talk about. I was like, "You guys talking about Legends of They were right." So that's how I met him. So here we are, and he's one step away from getting the finals. If he can get past Kid Joe YT, who just looked fantastic.
Okay, this
Guys,
is
you just saw it.
weird
Of course,
team.
Guy right out the gate,
This is a weird finals.
So I think right now, like my look at me, right? Like I'm not trying to be biased, but just from what I've seen so far, I feel like Kurotoki is going to be someone who's going to be in the finals. But Sky, it's up to you, man, and a special pick rule to see who makes it there.
Exactly.
I mean, he's been showing us though that sometimes a special pick might play in his favor. Now, I mean, everybody's been showing us, right? But at the same time, man, it's about who is going to make the most of the bad situation that they could put themselves in. Or it could be a great situation. Maybe someone else needs to do well, right?
Of course.
Trying to see that special intro, bro.
Trying, dude. That Shenron. What are you going to say? I'm so sad.
Dude. I'm just gonna watch a video of it. See, I saw it.
I saw it.
And also at the end of the day, you know, this is single elimination. Again, we did this intentionally so that, you know, there's always a chance for you to say it happened because of that character role.
Oh, dude.
God,
never
and a
that,
single
man.
elimination would never that, man.
It was all the player. It was all the player, man.
Yeah, but if you lose, you want that excuse built in.
You want the OS?
Yeah, you want the OS.
Definitely want the OS. I don't even play these characters, man. What are you doing to me, man? My
That's the OS
sponsors
for
are
winning,
gonna
too.
kill me.
I don't even play these characters, and I won. That's why my sponsors love me, see?
On a serious note, though, we did intentionally do this so that that momentaneous player skill shines even more than it would have when you averaged it out in a best of three, you know? Oh, and also, best of three with this luck-based thing, it could have gone. We could really couldn't tell what kind of experience it would have been.
Right.
It might have actually felt monotone, you know, because after a certain, you know, timing, all you're using is characters that you're not familiar with. So it's just pure confusion, maybe. Players.
It could be. Well, speaking of pure confusion, we're about to go back into the thick of it.
All right.
First match of semifinals.
All right, let's go.
Oh, boy.
All right, and we're gonna have.
Was it Sky?
Sky
Sky back?
versus Kurotoki.
Okay.
Come on down. Sky with an amazing performance earlier.
Oh, yeah.
He
We'll
did
see
pretty
if
good.
he's able to, you know, draw
Still
that
lost.
Gio somewhere in that blue.
I mean, I want it for him, man. I want him to be happy. I think he already was happy. This guy's been grinning ear to ear all day.
I mean, again, as you mentioned, and as we mentioned earlier, he's never participated in these sort of events, but he is making his way up there.
I mean, I think it's pretty awesome that he's already in the second round of top 8. So this is
Exactly.
definitely a memory to behold.
Already proven his worth. We'll see how much further we can get.
You never know, right? This is definitely still anyone's game. Then up next, we're gonna have
Bro hack the game.
Kurotoki.
Artificial gaming. Bro hack the game. Yeah, players are not supposed to be hacking games, bro. Especially Dragon Ball Legends, they're not supposed to be hacking into
The
it.
objective is to win it all.
You know, whenever someone says that out loud, or even in their head, I feel like they've already gone more than halfway towards actually accomplishing it.
It is pretty important to have that vision in your mind.
Yeah. I know, like, a lot of people have always told me in the past, because I'm not always the most confident person when I come to competition.
Wait, what?
Is if you just envision yourself winning. Say to
Just
yourself every day.
do it.
Just do it, right?
I think
Yeah.
How many times have people just told us, like, just think about winning? At least you won't lose without. You're gonna lose thinking about losing, right?
yeah.
If you're worried about losing, you probably will. If you're just trying to win, at least you'll give out the best you can.
Yeah, no, the confidence is very important.
Most certainly.
That's exactly what Kurotoki said, right? He says he wants to win it all. So that's his goal here. He's already visualized the solution. He's visualized the end game, but he's got to get past this matchup right here to make it to the finals even. So Sky versus Kurotoki is going to be where we're headed.
All right, guys. I think it's time for them to get ready and take their places for the special pick.
Oh, yes. Another big one incoming. And the stakes just keep getting raised, right? Because we get closer and closer to get to those finals.
It's getting closer to that champion at the top of the entire pool of players that's been available for day 1 and day 2. These guys have really proved their worth to get here.
They truly have. An entire Swiss pool format for day 1. battling through all that, getting as many wins as possible, and then finally qualifying here into the quarterfinals. Single elimination best of one format. And this is where it gets really scary.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I'm already nervous for everybody here. 'Cause like I said, it was already pressure cooker, round one, quarterfinals. Now we're like, okay, you made it to round two of the semifinals. You can't afford to
point. I'm genuinely amazed at each of the plays they've been making. It's not out of like a pure mistake making. It's just the other player outplaying. It's like going over against each other and just breaking that limit. It's not a simple screw up or like a mistake that's been happening. They're just going at it full game.
Oh, no, most certainly, man. Like that's one of my favorite things to see here is like we've seen players that have just really powerful teams, big luck of the draw, right? But then the opponent is like, maybe I'm a little better at this game than you are, you know?
Just maybe.
Just maybe. And all of a sudden it's an even match, and you're like, oh yeah, you really know how to get down in Dragon Ball Legends. Sure, you're built the same deck, but how are your swipes?
How are your swipes?
Oh man. I mean, I've seen lots of players with different playstyles. Like, I've actually seen people literally only play with one finger, just their thumb, or like people put it down, set it down, and actually
see that a lot too,
their,
yeah.
just like index finger like this.
Boom, boom, boom. And I wonder, like, is that actually like for better reaction times?
I have no idea.
I mean, there's specific combos that you have to execute like pretty timely though, right?
Yeah.
You can hit a card, swipe up, sidestep, hit another card, right? So whatever way you can do that in the timeliest manner, like you might need more than one finger for that.
Yeah, like so I watch people say like, oh yeah, you quick charge and then you sidestep, and I'm like, so one finger for that? That just feels impossible for me.
Yeah, I feel like if I want to quick charge, I gotta hold it with a different finger.
Yeah, right.
Get my own muscle
I think I
memory
need
down.
like a third arm to do that.
Me and the sister over here.
I start using the elbow.
No, but stuff like that, it's legitimately like high skill game. You know,
It
like,
is.
you have to be quick, you have to be dexterous, you have to be on point.
We'd like to think that the wide range of play skill available actually still doesn't deter you from experiencing the full fun of Dragon Ball.
No, you do not. No. You definitely play this game at any level and have a great time.
See,
I'm
simply because until recently, because I've been connecting all my cards. Like, you know what? I'm gonna give up. I'm just gonna connect all my cards. And then until recently, that is, and then the PvP happens, and then you have to find out better, man. Oh, there it goes. The special pick.
Here we are, special pick time.
We got that
Okay.
Super Saiyan Pro.
Wait a minute. Why does two purple? Wait a minute. Wait,
Like,
what? Wait, what? Two purple units? What?
He knew exactly what he wanted immediately.
Okay, Gamma 2.
All right.
Oh,
Why is everybody bringing in Red Bardock, bro? Red
Yes.
Bardock is trash. Why are you guys
Actually,
stupid? Like, I know it's a random pick, but
a
seriously.
couple scenes where I'm not gonna lie, Rip, I definitely was tearing up and not trying to look at you. I was like, don't want to see me cry.
No, that was fantastic. You guys did this
What
year
is
at
this,
the
bro?
event for everyone to watch. It's very, very cool before we got started here. But you see Yamsu, Bardock, Tuesday, Goku available for the blue side of it. It took taking a long time to
he's
think about
really hard, mainly because probably Gamma 2 and Goku are both Ruby based, and Bardock, he's pushed Bardock onto the opponent's party.
Whoa.
That's perfect
Cell,
sound.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's Cell Bump.
That double L. Legends Limited.
Oh boy.
Is that going to be the difference maker myself? Sky's feeling pretty happy about that, it looks like.
Hard.
Kurotoki with a hit, a Vegeta, and an adult Gohan. Decisions.
I mean, because his party is, already 2/3 of it is Saiyan, it's pretty easy for him to both start
Blue transforming Gohan,
Wow, yeah, you see Kurotoki's a little bit,
Coat Vegeta, red one,
At the same time, Hit has a Z lead
and
focuses
yellow
on yellow
hit.
and blue.
Why yellow
Pretty
hit?
heavily. That's another bonus if you manage to choose it.
Okay. I think in this case, you might want to give Sky possibly a character. He would have a color mismatch, which is right there, yeah. Wow.
Oh, there is an.
Oh boy.
Sky.
Ooh, Ultra Vegeta.
Ultra Vegeta, though?
Okay, Red Pycon. Okay.
I mean, he's already got the Saiyans in his team, too, right?
Oh, he
I mean, how do you,
oh,
how do you
he
avoid
chose
that?
Oh,
Red.
man.
Wait, what?
Sky is, oh boy.
Kurotoki.
Okay.
Very
One more
focused
pair.
on purple, it looks like.
Bergamo.
Purple
Choose Bergamo.
It's actually a very good
He is
combination
freaking
because purple
legit.
is weak against yellow, but red is strong against yellow.
Yeah.
So
That's
they
actually
complement
fantastic.
each other.
True.
Possibly bait some
Red is strong against
for
yellow.
a yellow punish. And then
If I were you, I would choose Bergamo there.
Oh, the Bergamo recently got a Zenkai Awakening. He
Oh, did
is a very annoying character to deal with.
Oh, here we go. Like Kurotoku with one more pick.
Yes, he chose Bergamo. Let's go. I think he'll win this one.
I think so.
Another saying?
Well, I mean, the metal cooler is movie based. He doesn't really want to buff the opponent's Broly side.
Yeah.
And each of the players has their 6 characters.
Boy, this is going to be crazy. I feel like Sky got a really good draw. I'm really curious to see what Kurotoki can do with his, though.
In terms of pure individual character stats, though, they're pretty even, actually, I'd like to think. We're going to see who's going to be on the leader spot and what they're bringing in. Again, like, I'm trying to imagine what I would do in that scenario.
In my head, like, not being good at all, I'm like, I'm taking the Ultra Vegeta.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Legend Limited Cell.
I like the art. The art looks sick. So
I like how Vegeta's eyes real big and menacing there. Yeah, I'm going to that one.
Really glad to hear that, because that's another unique point in Dragon Ball Legends.
Yeah. That being said,
Yes.
the last time we saw an old, didn't really get a chance to get down. You know,
Exactly.
did not really get a chance to sweat.
That's exactly why I took the Legend Limited Cell with it. You know,
Yeah,
I feel
right?
like one Legend Limited and I want the Ult.
Oh my God, dude. Maybe this is the combination that we need, right?
And the crazy thing too, you know, Kurotoki, his favorite character was Perfect Cell, so he didn't get it.
No
He went to his
brainer,
own for Sky, right? So that's a little bummer.
That's rough.
That would be tough if he gets taken down by his favorite character.
Well, who knows? Maybe his new favorite character could be Bergamo.
Oh, that could happen. Jokes aside, Bergamo is an annoying character to deal with. He has a unique green card that blocks enemy attacks and punches back.
No way. Okay. I can see that being a big break bummer in this game, where opponents just can't attack at will.
Yeah, because in this game, most of your defensive abilities or defensive, choices is dodging,
Dodging, yeah.
vanishing. You rarely see characters who have a guard mechanic, because that's not something we want to intentionally provide as a universal function.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if you do that, it becomes more like a true fighting game, and it's not what we're really aiming for. And obviously, as I say that though, there are certain characters who have similar mechanics, but it's not a universal one, so it will take energy to use it. You need that specific card to activate it.
I was going to ask, it must be somewhat limited in its function. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or else, it would kind of be the same fight over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, he would be ridiculous because he would just be the game changer.
Yeah, I really actually like that there's no guarding in this game. I feel like it keeps it moving, right?
Yes.
It relies more on the strategy of calling out the evasions, the vanishes. So I think that overall this is kind of a better way of playing it out, because I feel like in a lot of other games, you end up in a cycle where people can block, it ends up really being drawn out and taking a really long time. But even though there is a timer in this game, you don't really see a lot of that being drawn out long matches, especially PvP, which no one wants to play long drawn out matches like that. So
I will be honest, there were certain metas
Of course,
during
it always
the 4 years where a lot of the matches felt drawn out, not because of the function of the game, but more so because the characters started becoming tanky. And
Oh, I
very
see. Okay.
beefy.
Right.
So
now,
the
that's
meta was the
with guarding.
timeout.
I mean, it always does become, right? I feel like
Dude.
in anything competitive, best way to win is always just to play defensive and lame.
I'll be right back.
Like Justin Wong, for example.
Justin
right?
Wong, yes.
Like, you just lame people out.
In this game, though, if it times out, whichever player dealt the most damage will win.
Right.
It won't be a draw.
It's awesome. That's how it should be.
That's revolutionary, actually. Wow. You just broke my brain with that. Nobody wins, man. What's wrong with you
That's
guys?
actually really interesting. So if you say you dealt all this damage to a Frieza who revives himself, so it doesn't matter what health he has, it's how much damage you dealt.
If that round ended up, timing out.
Right.
So, for example, if the opponent is very beefy and tanky, and it gets drawn out, even if you lost 2 characters and they still have 3 characters, it could just be that they have a lot higher pool of health,
Right.
and you dealt more damage, you can still win.
That's very, very interesting.
That's cool, man.
Being on the offense usually, provides you the higher benefit.
Yeah, and having a tanky character doesn't necessarily save you.
it could just be more targets for the other player.
That's very true. That is very true.
Walking through the rack of damage.
Potentially.
And even if you heal up, that's just providing more opportunity.
I was gonna say,
get
like,
more
that doesn't
damage.
take away the damage they already did, right?
It doesn't lessen the number of damage dealt, you know.
Right. That's a very, very cool way of deciding a draw. Or a timeout situation, I guess.
Wasn't
I mean,
very
preferably it doesn't even time out, though.
Of course.
Oh yeah, no, we don't.
Yeah, that was my point in starting this whole conversation here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
We just totally spoke it into existence, guys.
Yeah. Now it's going to happen right here in this
Oh
game.
my God.
It's like, wait a second, what if we just don't do anything?
Well, that's also another interesting part because at the end of the day, it is kind of like a chicken race where it doesn't matter if you say you're not going to do anything or if it seems like they're not doing anything. If you initiate, you might have the advantage, you might not. You don't know.
Yeah.
And that's the thing in this game too, because you can change the distance from your opponent. Like when you're staying really far away from someone, you're relaxed. You're like, I can try to react to this. But as soon as you decide to get closer, all of a sudden somebody's
Wait a minute.
Yeah, the game of chicken increases real fast right there, right?
Like
try to do that.
striking distance vanishes are just like, man, like, are you a psychic or something, man?
Yeah, middle range and close range strike attack, I can't connect it at all.
I mean, the tackle is strong if it is, but we saw earlier, like, people can counter the tackle just by waiting for you to attempt it and just
Exactly.
mash in the strike card.
Yep.
So,
I mean, obviously, just to, fool around sometimes, I would just go up to their face. And then immediately regret it, but like...
everyone gets so comfortable because they're like, oh man, if he actually does something here, like, my chances of dodging it is pretty low.
Yeah. I want some personal space, please.
It's actually really cool in fighting games too that you test out your opponent with stuff like that. Like just move up all the way to their face, make it really uncomfortable, and see how they react.
What you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do about it? But it looks like the players are ready.
All right, guys, the decks are built. Are you guys ready for the semifinals match?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Get it on!
All right, semifinals, match 1, Dragon Ball Legends Special Pick Tournament, Sky versus Kurotoki.
Each got perfect cell and Gamma on the leader slot. That's pretty... I didn't see that coming, actually.
Yeah, interesting choice there.
Uh-huh.
Doing a last minute check of abilities.
I don't blame them.
saw that
That really
regeneration.
can transform, too.
Oh.
So that's technically, another character worth to look through.
Goes with Jacket Vegeta.
And not the Ultra.
And not the UL. Again, no intro.
I'm gonna look it up on YouTube too.
Look it up, man. Let me
I
show
saw it, man. I swear.
all the Dragon Ball Legends intros, man. Let
Oh,
me see it.
Bergamo and the Nova Shenron. That is pretty cool.
Interesting team there from Sky.
Try not to bore me, will you?
Here we go.
Oh, nice point there.
Okay. I'm a damage out here, but still a cool combo.
Oh, there comes the ball.
Oh, my. That is,
Fuck, you called it.
Yeah, Bergamo. Keep it up, man.
Keep those keys
Bergamo,
on.
keep going.
that is bug.
Nova Shinra, okay.
Nova with color advantage.
Got quite a bit. Oh, boy. Had to do that
He knows what's
switch.
coming. That's everything stands. Oh! Flash.
Oh, baby.
Super move.
That's a little low.
20. I don't know if that's enough.
Yeah, I knew he waited it. He waited for it.
That's the rolling.
Yeah, the cover change there. Get Broly. Yeah, hard choice. Seems like when you look at that, maybe not a bad choice.
Okay, back again.
It's rolling. You don't care.
Transforming it. That Bergamo's tankiness just helping him out immensely.
I definitely want to see this Bergamo just do the flexing in there. Do the T-pose.
If Bergamo has the ultimate move as well, it's actually better for them to use it while he still has 3 characters on the field. Interesting.
Wait for the bend. Ooh, caught him.
Another fucking unbelievable timing from both of these guys. Oh, it's like about the same level again from Sky.
That was almost a Banner Sponge, too, and it turned into a flash.
Oh my goodness, Cell's in big trouble here, and he cannot switch.
There goes perfect cell. Wow. Oh, the red color is definitely painful.
Holy damage.
One more strike, but there it is. We get these guys who
barely
really
enough.
got him.
Oh, but that actually helped out for him.
Yeah, but he's going to do that as just to put this Gamma 2 on life support.
Oh, that might be painful for Kurotoki because Gamma 2 has been dishing up a lot of damage.
Alright, I'm back. Looks like Sky is winning.
Oh,
Oh, it's over. It's over.
Oh, this is huge.
Even if this doesn't finish it
Look at
off,
the damage, though.
that
Like,
is
he's
a
gone.
lot of damage.
No way.
Okay,
No way.
Wow.
No possible way. No shot.
That was an amazing match.
Dang. I didn't expect
Sky.
that.
Ace.
Kurotoki.
Kurotoki? Oh, Kurotoki took it?
Yep.
Kurotoki took that.
Kurotoki looking impressive here as he has been throughout the entire tournament so far. Nice effort from Sky, though. I mean, it started off pretty good in Sky's favor.
You know, I think it was mainly that I don't think nobody saw Gamma 2 dealing that much damage coming.
Right.
So I look at those color balances, right? I look at the color counter picks, and I'm like, hey, how much of the damage buff exists here, right? Because we're taking into a lot of factors here. We're talking about just general HP, characters already existing damage output, and you multiply it all together. I did not come up with that equation. I did not come up with that answer. That was just so tremendous.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And he did have the transformation Broly coming in, but just couldn't make it. Rising Rush, it was pretty interesting to see both players manage to read each other's hands.
No, that was
Really rarely see that coming.
And that was really a crazy match. I mean, it was really hectic too. Like at moments, I felt like Sky was pulling through, but you know, I think he lost every single one of the clashes.
Yes.
Right. So that was a little painful. Right. The Rising Rush, the call-outs, the bays. You know, I think these things that were major moments just did not go his way. So Kurotoki advancing to the finals. Congratulations to Kurotoki for that one. One step away from claiming the trophy.
Once away from claiming that trophy, man. That one right there, I don't know if they've shown a shot of it yet, but it's been sitting there all weekend. It's a thing of beauty. We've been talking about how we would like that in our pantry, along with our other trophies.
Gotta put it somewhere.
Gotta put it somewhere, man. Too many trophies in the living room already. My wife would be upset if I brought home another one. But for somebody here tonight, it could be their first or it could be their 58th.
You never know.
Never know. None whatsoever, man. But amazing match. Once again, showing sometimes it's about how you play the game, not necessarily about the deck building.
Must have been painful to drop Cell before he was even able to use his ultimate move.
And yeah, that was the sad part too, right? Because we saw the Cell come out like, all right, the Cell's Let's Limited is going to be a good character, but he just continually ate damage, right? Cell never really got anything started for him, so he didn't really get an opportunity to really maximize and use that Legends Limited character.
And I'm genuinely glad to see Bergamo's counter fitted.
That was sick. Right after we talked about it, the first thing he had too, it's like, watch this, immediately, boom.
Like I was thinking, like maybe like it's a timing thing, but no, he just did it. And like you can't advance.
It was very natural.
Woo! I'm telling you, man. We got Kurotoki gonna move on, and he's looking strong.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, when I looked at the bracket, I was like, man, he has been the most impressive guy we've seen so far. I expect him to make it to the finals. But you know, we never know in this format what's going to happen, right? It's the best of one situation. You've got the special pick rule. You never know what characters they're going to get, etc. You know, we saw earlier Steve-O, who looked really strong yesterday when he had the freezes, but came out here today, didn't get the freezes, and then now he's out of the tournament.
Had a
Right?
fighting chance on the left though, and yeah, just couldn't
Of
be
course,
close to it. Yeah.
So in this situation, you know, Kurotoki, of course, advancing to the finals, but you know, he's still going to have a hard match upcoming next against the next opponents. Plus, the top of that special pick rule is going to be in play, so you never know.
You got so many layers.
And I'm seeing like the luck pay off on that special pick rule. Like we had Ultra Vegeta there for a second. Didn't even get a chance to see them. I'm like, man, I wonder if that might have been the tide turner there.
Yeah, he had all those Saiyans, right? Like the team had like 4 or 5 Saiyans on it. Didn't really seem to matter.
What would you have done, Joshi? Is the Ultra going in automatically?
I'll be honest, I don't know, but most likely the pick that came out is what I would have aimed for. Not because of the abilities, but because of the characters that I'm familiar with as well, because I've used those individual characters in this game. Because I'll be honest, even if I read them, even read the abilities, I need to use it multiple times to fully understand what's going on.
That's muscle memory, baby.
Yeah, you sometimes got that ability that just activates instantly, and then there's others that take a bit of time or special requirements to fully utilize. And like those quirkiness, you gotta use it on your own to actually find out whether it's useful or not.
Yeah, most certainly, man. Whew.
In that sense, again, I tell this to the team constantly, but like, really kudos to our balancing, because the number of characters that we have available in the combination, and sometimes the unintentional broken things that can happen. You know?
Yeah.
I will be honest, like, when it does release, there's all sorts of different opinions, obviously, on the character, whether it's good or bad. But sometimes I wonder what would have happened if we just, launched it at the first day without testing.
Just go caution it in the wind and be like, all right, you guys make something out of
This
this.
is good. See the house opening.
I feel like that's always the case anyway, though. Like, you do your best, but then once it's out there in the wild, you're just kind of like, well, now we see what's going to really happen, right? But
Exactly.
obviously, you guys have a very strong testing team, and the mouse has been pretty decent the whole way through. But the interesting thing to me here is, like, thinking about what we've seen so far in this tournament, right? Like, nothing has really stuck out as being, like, completely buzzed, right? There seems to always be an answer, and especially in this format, right? We have 3 members of your battle party, essentially, and the 6-man party total. It doesn't really affect it as much. Like, we've seen maybe today, at least, the 17 came out really strong, the Legend Limited one, right? But I don't think there's been anyone else that's really stood out to me as, like, an individual character that's like, all right, this one's definitely carrying.
I mean, there was that. We saw the Super 7. We saw the 17.
Super 7 piece paralysis was very annoying.
Vegeta, yeah.
That was
Paralysis is like something you got.
That double L Vegeta came out there and
Yes.
just started cooking.
The unique thing about those green cards with the AoE, you can't stop the time with it, meaning if you want characters who, you want kind of time to gauge what the opponent is doing to see if they're stepping sideways or doing an attack at the same time, those AoE cards are bad for that because, you could just be like flashing for the field and then immediately after getting pummeled in the face.
Right. I noticed that because, like, if they went back to neutral, then it's actually one of those wait and see cards. But if it's actually tied to an attack, then you are now committing to that explosion.
Yes, exactly. So there's a drawback for everything, and I think that balance is pretty, nice to have.
I think I agree.
We've also, originally speaking, when you had commented for the event a few years ago, we still didn't have like those quick attacks where
I noticed
you
that, yeah.
instantly dive, teleport in front of the enemy, and uppercut the enemy.
Yeah.
That is pretty crazy that we've never had before. It was also, a thing to just throw off players to see to add another thing to the equation. At the same time, I've seen players
You having a
who
tough time, Walt?
actually dealt like half the damage with that uppercut.
You having a tough time?
Just one good decision, huh? Sometimes it'd be like that, though, right?
I don't blame him.
No, I would do the same thing. Sure. Give me the option, right?
Of course. Gotta do what you gotta do to win, basically.
And
Over here.
as we speak, even in the background, our team is constantly trying to figure out new ways to play around. We even got game modes where we tweaked the battle rules slightly more different from that of normal, where you can only use battle Rising Rush in a certain manner, or like you can only bring in certain characters, or you have a boost to certain combinations and such. So hopefully you'll see more variety of that in the future.
We're about to see some more variety coming up next because we got another semifinals match on the way, guys.
All right.
Boy, last semifinals match.
Last semifinals match of this top 8 bracket. First up, Gentleman Cheese Man.
He's got the bow tie. He's ready to go.
Best dressed man in the building.
On what?
Absolutely putting on a tremendous performance. We talked about Coach Tuffy, but this is another well-performer, solid player, great user of various decks, whatnot, whatever. He does it all.
Exactly.
There's not enough nice things we can say about this guy.
Yeah, one of the best as far as combos goes. Looks like it's on point. He understands the game inside out.
Another veteran that's been playing since the early days of Dragonball Legends. Really appreciate that on the personal note as well.
Yeah, exactly, right? And he's going to be going up against Kid Joe Whitey.
Boy, we just saw Kid Joe a second ago, too. Back to the stage.
Yeah.
Feels like it's going pretty fast, man. These guys, these matches, going like real Dragonball fights in a way, right? You think about like, yeah, and when we're watching the show, like, they seem kind of long, but in real time, in the show, they're like in a matter of seconds. These guys are moving so fast, and Kid Joe Whitey definitely in the conversation of that, the reactions, the ability to adapt to situations so quickly. Brilliant player.
And of course, this matchup, though, to see who makes it into the finals later. Oh, man, pressure is on.
Pressure is on. And now, the most important special pick of the day for these gentlemen. Get to your positions.
Oh, boy.
Where the fun begins.
You know, you could actually just end the competition at this point, you know?
It's like, I'm satisfied.
Dude, like imagine like that's the mode that you add to like your Dragon Ball Legends. Like, okay, did you get the right characters this morning? Character roulette.
I guess I'm out.
So that was fun.
Thanks for having me, guys. You know, but like it's really good to show. I mean, we've been talking about it all day. It's really cool to see how this volatile system that you created for these guys to play within has turned out some of the most intense matches I've ever seen for this game. When you guys asked me to do this, I'm like, okay, I gotta watch how high level PvP works, and all it is like Beast Gohan and ult hit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't even think in my head what it would look like at like another level of
Right.
different characters, and I'm like, dude, this is such a rich game.
Thank you.
Yeah, so many options, so many combinations of characters and team synergies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those guys are pretty high up there in the ranks.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
We'd like to think that this experience is kind of throwing them off as well, because lately there's been a boost in character abilities. There's a lot of characters that has pretty fast draw speed, so you see a lot of cards coming in.
Yes.
You'll constantly have that key, so long combos. And then right now in this environment, you have those OG characters where it wasn't as crazy back then. So basically, you're used to having like 10 combos, and then suddenly it ends at 3 or 4. You're like, wait a minute. Oh, wait, stop. Card's over. Now it's back to neutral game.
Right.
So you have to think about what the next move is a lot more frequently, you know.
Yes.
Is that something you think about, like, as a producer, where you're like, we kind of want the game to head back to this direction more?
So we have like an underlying theme constantly. It's not just like one word, but we'll look at how players are feeling or how many like the win rate as well. And we kind of just look at it from multiple angles at the same time. And then finally, we kind of have testers, players internally look at it, and whether it's just simply fun or not, you know. Because at the end of the day, if it's fun, crazy's good.
Yeah.
But if it ends up being that the negative is larger, then we have to slightly tweak it or replace it with something entirely different.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, in any game, it's fun to have a long combo sometimes, right? So you're like, if this is the opportunity to do it in the game, then
Oh, baby.
At the same time, you got to remember that we have the victims, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there are some victims. I feel like, from what you described, at least that's used as like the highest levels of the
Yes.
game. And used at the highest levels of the game is like the smallest number of victims
Yep.
players, right? But also maybe the most passionate and vocal. So, you gotta...
So we have a lot of different ways to look at it. Exactly as you mentioned, we have those top tier players, and then we have those middle tiers, and the new players. So we have to provide different values for each different players.
Right.
I think it's that time, Rip.
All right.
Oh, it's time for the special
Let's go.
Here we go.
Here we go,
What?
guys.
Red bar.
Familiar
Bro.
characters
Yeah.
here.
That's the third time they put Red Bardock
Kind of
again.
rotation, because Super Saiyan God, Goku, Metal Cooler, Bardock. We see these guys quite a bit out here.
This is just a pen in my hand. It's just a pen.
Another
Digital stylus pointing.
It
immediately goes on the kid.
Oh man, those are some really fast choice making.
All right, we got a Z Gogeta. He gives himself the super boot. They're going in, man.
Yeah, this is quick.
I think they're still trying to figure out what color wheel they need to add or what synergy works most for their party before their opponent's fired. So
You think in the case where like no character immediately stands out to them upon first look, they start thinking about maybe the color balance instead?
no, I think that happens occasionally, but as of now, each of the individual character powers can kind of cover for it. So you don't need to fully cover the wheel. You can't even do that anyway because
Yeah,
you only have 3 characters.
Right. We got Chi-Chi in the mix this time around, too.
Oh my.
Oh, baby. That is one menacing looking Topo.
Exactly. The Out of Destruction version.
Yeah, he was like, yep, I like that art too.
Oh, man. This
Funny
one's
story
real
about
quick.
Chi-Chi. She deals immensely more damage towards some family characters.
I was about to guess that too. Like. And there we have it. The final team set up for semifinals. Looking pretty diverse.
Very diverse in terms of tags and also relatively new characters there as well.
Yeah,
So
we've seen a Super Buu yet at all.
who is probably going to be crazy as well because lots of evading. He has a lot of evading, advantage gauge recovery. So
look at the color wheel stuff here, you see a lot of green characters on the side of the blue team, and a couple of blue characters on the side of the red team, but also a lot of red characters on the side of the red team.
Yeah, you gotta be careful though, because sometimes yes, those individual characters are strong, but in terms of synergy, like for example, Cooler is a lot better as a strike attacker as opposed to the red Boo or the full power Frieza being a bit more slanted towards blast attacks and such. So you can't just just add it randomly and just hope that it works. Because it might end up that both of those have been gimped if you don't be careful. You gotta make sure you focus on one as much as possible.
I say you just revealed my whole strategy. Just mix it in and hope it works. Jeez.
Yeah.
It got me this far.
No, I'll be honest. That's usually my plan. I like to skip it.
That's what I do.
No, this is going to be a good one. Both of these guys had some incredible matches, not only earlier on the top 8, but yesterday as well. I got to say, man, there's always a different layer to enjoying a game that comes out during competition.
Exactly.
Tie this game, the gameplay, the characters to a specific player, suddenly it takes on a personality all its own. And, that's why you do this, right?
Exactly.
That's exactly why you do this. It is expanding the realm of possibilities here.
I love seeing everybody being creative. I love seeing moments of highs and lows at the same time. I love both situations,
Yeah, no,
because it provides for the people that's won, it provides for their just that instant gratification, and for the people that lost, I see this a lot, but in our game where people are like, no, we're doing this one more time.
I gotta imagine as someone that that created this, in your head you're like, man, it'd be cool if they really went hard on this game, right? If they really went super into this, and then you come here, you're watching, you're like, yeah, I'm a fan of this too.
I think that's what helps, myself included with the rest of the team, that we're not just emotionally attached to it just because we made it, but genuinely because we are actually players ourselves as well. I'll be honest, we won't. I definitely can't represent the new players or the relatively intermediate players because I don't know their feelings anymore.
Oh well.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I do like to think I kind of can relate to many of the higher tier players or the people that are more heated up, and we like to provide for those players as well. And at the end of the day, I think that is what keeps us in the game.
Hey man, 70 million worldwide can't be that bad, right?
Yeah, I feel like once you have a tournament like this too, people see that, they kind of raises their interest level a bit, right? Because I can tell you, last time on the show ride home, I had the Legends players, and then the other guys back were super players, and they were looking at hey, so how do you play this? How does this work? So you guys have a tournament? How do I? So I saw the interest immediately just from seeing them and see those players interact with one another, and it's always exciting when you have a player base as large as you guys do. I feel like events like this can only benefit them.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear that too, because we cater to a pretty wide audience. It's not just PvP players.
Of course,
a lot. In fact, technically speaking, the majority of the players genuinely enjoy playing story and the PvP modes more than they do the PvP modes.
I'm sure.
And to a sense, obviously, I don't blame them because it is pretty intense up there.
Oh yeah, I feel like any game, any fighting game specifically, too, when it's a 1v1 experience, when you lose, it's your fault. You're like, man, that was all on me, right?
Yes.
And some people, it's just too much to take in, basically. It's let me just play the story, have a good time with it.
Just playing at home by myself, my heart rate just starts getting up as soon as I get to the character match screen. And I'm like, oh man, there's another human on the other side of this game. What's he thinking?
Exactly.
Does he know I'm sweating too?
And it's so interesting too. People, they actually feel pressure playing online against another human, just knowing it's another human, they get nervous. I'm like, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, really. That's what I was talking about earlier, when you move up to an opponent's face to see how they respond. For some people, that's so nerve-wracking. They don't even want to experience that.
I understand. To a certain degree, I get it. I understand that. Because sometimes I'm about to throw my phone off the wall just because I lost 5 times in a row.
I was going to say, usually I don't mind losing, but if it's online, I'm like, what's this guy thinking of me right now?
It's pretty funny. Internally as well, we talk about that sometimes, how we say, sometimes we get to the point where we're so stressed, God darn it, who did this? Oh yeah, we did.
All right, guys, well, we're about to get into the final match of the semifinals. Let's get it on!
Yeah, push it.
Game on. Final semifinals matchup. Here we go. Gentleman Cheeseman versus Kid Joe YT. Gentleman Cheeseman in the red, Kid Joe YT on the blue. And your perspective, of course, is going to be the red side for Gentleman Cheeseman.
Oh, man. Both of these guys got to be feeling like $1 million Bucks right now. Very nervous, sweaty Million Bucks, but
Yeah.
they definitely earned their place here. But only one can take it.
Yep. Making last-minute checks.
And we saw him do this last time as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Double checking, making sure he's got what he wants.
This is why we allow players to do this. This is why you have the time window.
I'll tell you this much. Sometimes you read a bunch of stuff and you might forget like one piece of information you read earlier.
Yep.
You could relate it with something else. So that last minute check definitely saves you from messing that up.
Exactly. Lots of villains up in here. Really
Villain
like
battle.
that. Personal fan of that.
I won't die soon.
Full power
Prepare
freeze there.
yourself.
Ooh, they're both. Oh, and it's connected.
Oh, no.
Pretty big damage.
Get out of here, let me take the damage.
He was like, bro, you are leaking right now.
Ooh, this is cool here.
Oh, I
Look
got
at this
RC
Leon
dog.
does. First time we're seeing
Oh,
it.
they're kind of connected. And a blast coming in.
With second charge.
I love the backup combo.
Those are cool, right? Yeah.
So this Goku is pretty annoying to deal with because he's a nice support character to have just on its own. And even when taken down, he still supports his targets.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. It's one of those characters where you don't mind if he goes down.
Yeah, buff put him down. Okay.
Oh my, Goku is hitting pretty very well. Probably because of the element as well. But
Oh, beautiful charging the combo.
exactly.
Give me another one.
Oh,
All right, good rush. Don't
Another
get the charge.
Bro, the damage off his Wuhan combo though. Into the rising rush.
Yeah, he got
Yeah,
that's not
I know. Take it down. I don't mind losing them, but maybe you do.
Oh, he's not just yet, buddy.
not enough. You gotta be careful though. One tap attack and you're gone.
Hold it out. Hold on.
Oh, big. He's still trying to read the situation.
Not a bad decision.
Beautiful manage, yeah. Oh, can he react to that manage?
That hurt.
And the character switch wasn't fast enough.
Oh, look at all those blast parts.
God instructs Toko here to add some extra damage here to the metal cooler.
Probably gonna clean up Riddler with this.
That gonna do it? Jeez. Holy whoa.
Thought it was done. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
He killed. Whoa. Damn.
Oh, still just stare down.
Oh, baby. Get your YT on the attack. Smelling blood and water possibly.
Is I think it's not gonna do that much damage, but we'll see. We'll set something. Oh, no.
Oh, that killed too.
What a
This guy's getting destroyed.
Joe
Oh
White
my goodness, bro.
chilling right now. Feeling comfy out here.
making it beyond semifinals. One of the planet.
Oh, wow. Cheese Man won this match.
Joe White.
He was nearly one-shotting him.
Amazing.
What was that
Freaking
damage,
insane.
man?
Yeah, that was a lot more than I thought it would
That,
do.
if it's more than you thought it was gonna be,
He was
I'm
like, man, this is whack.
Congratulations to Kid Joe YT from the blue side.
He's upset, bro. He's
Making
like,
it
really
into
a
our
loss.
finals here. Unbelievable stuff.
Bro, it just ever got built like that before and anything. Just put them in the microwave a little too long.
It's really refreshing to see a lot of villain characters, though. Barely any same as just that Goku, I think.
Yeah, that was a very interesting team too. And man, Kid Joe YT, he's looking so strong right now after that performance heading to the finals. I'm just thinking before that, I was thinking that, Kuro Toki was looking like someone who's going to be in the finals. Now, that just means we have a crazy finals coming our way later.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really glad to see this combination of players where we really don't know how it's going to turn out.
Right,
Even
it's
not just in terms of
too.
luck, but in terms of player skill as well.
Yes.
Most certainly, man. These guys earned it. One more step away from that trophy, dude. I tell you right now, remember how I said earlier that pressure mounting up just from being in the atmosphere?
Exactly.
It's at fever pitch right now. You weren't screaming internally before. It's definitely ratcheting up now, man. Oh,
No,
boy.
In terms of, even though, it did end up like that, I still felt it looked like they were playing both calmly, I could tell that they were just 100% in the game.
And this is what I was talking about when I said, like, there are people here that I believe have what it takes to be competitors in pretty much any arena they step into, because a lot of what we do out here is just about having ice water in your veins,
Yep.
And you can just keep it together in the worst situation possible, and
mean, I think I also mentioned this earlier. Like we've had opportunities to do this on a personal basis, where we have our video events, reviews and stuff, and the marketing team would pitch ideas with us, right? Saying like, why won't we do this? Like, let's have you guys play against each other and try to commentate as we're playing, right?
Oh, hell
and then
no,
we're just like completely mute as we're playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's impossible, dude.
Yeah, no. It was.
I've tried to convince producers to let me do that at other competitions. They said no, because you're gonna say something inappropriate as I'm playing. Like, nah.
Exactly. It's like being a streamer versus a commentator. You just things can go off the rails.
Maybe if it were to happen, my lips will definitely not be syncing with what's playing on the audio.
All of a sudden, the music gets really loud.
Yeah. I mean, even when we play internally, just as for fun, you can tell that things get heat up. Like,
oh yeah, no. Like, I imagine like if you just get two guys together just for the fun of it, and like you said, in a studio setting, and you say, hey, let's play 5 games real quick. Yeah. And yes, we're gonna record it and put it on the internet. All of a sudden, it's like, well, this guy was a friend of mine a couple seconds ago, but right now I've got to put him in the dirt.
Picking that 17 again, huh? And Legend Limited Vegeta again, huh? Okay, and God Destruction Temple again, huh? Okay, I see how you are.
I see how it is, right? Trying to embarrass me in front of my friends, huh?
I think it also helps that we have the replay function in game as well, because right now, any matches that you play, you can look back and it literally replays the game.
Oh yeah, no, that is a very important factor in a lot of competitive games. So I'm happy to see that here too, because one of the things I always tell people is like, if you've got match footage, go over that stuff, because that's the best teacher you're gonna have right there.
I'll be honest though, I've never used it to learn. I more so do it to just like slyly show off certain plays that I make to other people. Like,
I've seen that on YouTube too.
Yeah, you're a Twitter monster then, right? Here's my Twitter video. Watch me dump this guy.
It's the 1 out of 500 matches I've lost.
But it's the one that I post.
I do the same thing, man. I get called out for that all the time.
No one gets to see me lose,
No
right?
one wants to watch me lose, right?
That's expected. Check this one out. I won.
Yeah, exactly. Right? This is why you come here. You come here to watch me, Rip, and Toshi win matches, right?
We're going to start a YouTube channel, for your sake.
Only W's.
Only W's. That's the name of the YouTube channel. Only W's. DB Legends, only W's.
Oh man, no, this has been a great day so far. The whole event's been great.
Mm-hmm.
We got Dragonball 5.
Yeah, of course it's been a great day.
Card game going on over there. Like this is.
You got the VR section right there. You
still haven't even seen it. I gotta go check it out.
There.
I mean, I was looking at it yesterday, right? I was watching, because you can watch when other people in the VR, you can watch the screen to see their perspective.
Yes.
And you're just basically seeing, like, real life Cell in front of you. You're like, I don't want to fight
This
you,
is
you know?
intimidating, right?
You even got the figures up, the statues up there with like, real life sizes, so it tells you how menacing those characters are.
That was mind blowing. I was like, people's kind of like a little bit of a baller, man. 6'3".
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm definitely taller than Krillin. I was happy.
Jiren is going to crush me with his arms.
He's all shoulders, man.
Yeah.
He's all shoulders.
He's all shoulders, bro. Bulky man. And then we got the figures over there, the toy collectibles.
Oh yeah.
And I've been actually peeping that a little bit because I do collect them, and I'm like, hey, there's some stuff here that I have not gotten a chance to get my hands on yet.
That's the awesome part about having physical goods. You got like that wall of superhero, card games.
Yeah, that's cool too.
So I love watching stuff like that too. So I'm just staring at it. Probably already it's been like 30 minutes. Just
you're trying to check out every card because like the art on all of them are amazing. And then they got that wall over there that chronicles all the Dragon Ball games in existence.
Yeah, they got some old school ones to play too.
Oh, I saw some of those, yeah. So I was like, man, I'm like, there's some games on this wall that I own. Before, like, I even knew what, like, before the PlayStation and stuff even came out. I'm like, yeah, dude. Sold down memory lane.
Yeah, it's still early in the day. Of course, if you guys watch this on if you guys in Las Vegas area, you guys can come on down. It is open to the public out here. So you guys can get some pictures with the diorama, with life-size Dragon Ball statues. You can check out all the collectibles, etc. Watch some of these finals as well. Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Fighters, and of course Dragon Ball Legends. All going to be played on the main stage later.
Oh yeah, baby. I think we got some other special stuff in line for them too, but you can only see it
that's
here.
Right. That's right.
Yep.
Don't want to spoil
A lot of things planned. I mean, already we're at this intense moment. Finals are coming up soon.
Yep.
So that's
working our way there.
That's one major thing to look forward to. And you got other things that we especially, prepared maybe for this event. We'll look forward to it.
That sounds like some spoilers being almost there, man.
Oh no, but it's been absolutely cool. Like once again, congratulations to Kid Joe YT, Kurotoki, and everybody else who was out here.
Exactly.
This isn't just about the winners. Everybody's out here having a great time. And one of the things you told me, Toshi, at the beginning of this weekend was like, yeah, sure, it's a competition. We just really want make sure everybody's having a good time here having
Oh
fun.
yeah, good time.
Competitive spirit's going to take over, but I think a lot of people are walking away from this actually having enjoyed even being in the mix.
Watch the stream
So
of it.
that's always a cool thing to see.
And I'm really glad to hear that from you as well, but because this event, we kind of see it as a one-off kind of thing. It's not something that we're going to just keep stacking it to create like a world championship kind of thing. Right? This is an event where everybody can come over and have fun with, but at the end of the day, it is a Dragon Ball game, so we do want to know who wins.
Who's got hands?
Yep.
Someone's gonna win.
Somebody's got to win.
Kurotoki or Kid Joe YT. I was gonna say UT. Nothing but Ultra.
Is that his YouTube? I wonder. We have to look that
Could be.
up.
And maybe he's
I have no idea.
Whenever I see the word YT on my Scott YouTube channel.
I mean, most likely it could be, but it could also stand for something entirely different. We would be.
We can interview him later. We'll talk to him about that.
Yes.
I want to support that, man. I'm sure a lot of these guys have some kind of channels also where they just drop their match footage, and I'm like, dude, if you want to get your channel up there, you think you've got what it takes, come on out, get in the mix, get your hands dirty. People love watching winners. That's what we're making that YouTube channel, right? Only W's.
Only dubs.
Only dubs, bro.
Hey, we're calling it Dragon Ball Wedges.
Dragon Ball. Brilliant.
Dragon Ball Legends. Yes.
Oh, dude. I'm ready for some more right now, but right now I'm ready for more, but unfortunately that's gonna do it for semifinals.
And that is the end of the semifinals.
Just gotta look at this current bracket standings though.
Yeah, let's see how we got here.
Gotta show up to everybody. See how we got there. Look at this bracket. All these guys killers, man. Ice running through their veins. And only two could stand at the end, at the finals. Kurotoki and Kid Joe YT.
Kurotoki took out Sky earlier, of course. Kid Joe, we just saw take out Gentleman Cheeseman, so shout out to Gentleman Cheeseman and Sky to get third place out here. But the finals will be what's coming up later. Right, Kurotoki going up against Kid Joe YT. Those guys have been the most impressive players, right?
They have defeated their opponents with all three characters intact.
Right, and despite the special pick rule, trying to hold them back, they're like, no. We're going to power through this. We're going to get these dubs.
They know how to disperse the damage. They know how not to allow them to focus on one character.
I was gonna say some of these special picks have been like completely in the favor of some of their opponents because some of those cards they pull were like, whoa, dude, like how can you lose? And they did.
Yeah, the perfect style is very strong with full power preset. Each of those characters are very, very powerful. They know if you one mistake and it could wipe the floor with you.
Yeah, but these guys, they just weren't making no mistakes. None whatsoever.
And I gotta say again, like the neutral game that we have,
Yeah.
spot on. They know when to stop. They know when to attack. It was just crazy.
That's how things currently stand. And our finals are on the stage right now. I think it's time to ask them some questions. Put them in the hot seat.
Sounds like a plan.
First up, we got Kurotoki.
Hello. Yeah,
Hello.
okay.
How you doing, bro?
Hey, congratulations so far.
Thank you.
How you feeling right now, man?
Honestly, on my first game I was really nervous, but right now I'm feeling chill.
Oh, wow. Strong words there.
That is very cool to hear, man. We've been watching you play all weekend, and I did not know you were nervous. You had ice water running through your veins, man. You got a great poker face, baby.
Really?
You told us your favorite character was on Dragon Ball Legends was Perfect Cell?
I mean, yes. It really doesn't have to be a single unit. Like I like all the perfect cells.
You like all of them.
So I hope the Ultra Cell will be very good.
Hint, bro.
Yeah, whatever that is, sure.
Never heard of it before.
No, glad to hear that you're a fan, though. Thank you very much. Maybe you might get that Perfect Cell in the lineup of the special pick. You don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
what are you thinking going forward? What's your game plan?
Sorry, could you please repeat it again?
What are you thinking going forward? What's going to be your game plan going to the finals?
I guess just if my opponent does a Rising Rush, pick it right, and my own Rising Rush has to go through. That's all I guess for now.
Important notes.
The wheels are definitely turning in Joe's head right now. give a big thanks to you, Kurotoki. Good luck
We
in the
should.
finals. Now let's turn it over to Kid Joe Whitey. Amazing performance all weekend as well. Just hot off that W that you just took. How are you feeling right now?
It's feeling pretty good.
Really, are you excited about the next coming final soon?
Can you repeat that, please?
Are you excited about the coming finals? Like being here today?
Oh, yes.
You really proved your worth today so far. Looking forward to. How was Superhero that you watched earlier?
Yes, I watched it on release.
Watch it on release, baby. You gonna buy the Blu-ray?
When it comes out, are you gonna get that on Blu-ray too?
Everybody's gonna buy the Blu-ray, right? Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we'll be seeing Beast Gohan specifically in the special thing, but maybe a different iteration of Gohan might make an appearance.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, yeah, sorry, it wasn't really a question, it was more of a comment. I don't think you'll be seeing the Beast Gohan in the pool of the special thing, but I hope you keep using him on Dragon Ball Legends.
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
My voice, is it not going through?
Okay.
All right, man. We want to wish you guys both luck in the finals, guys. Thank you so much for the brilliant performance that you've put on so far. It's not over yet. Give us one more good one.
Definitely. Thank you.
Before I go, I'm going to give a shout out to TNT.
Shout out to TNT.
Dusty Wall.
All right.
All right, there we have it, guys. Coming up next, we got some special events for you, though.
Oh, yeah.
I know I said you couldn't drop them now,
You know
but
I'm playing.
apparently they wanted me to say it. They
Yeah.
said Toshi could not drop the special events. It's got to go to Hellbox.
Trying to leak a ball, dude.
This one's very special for me, though, so I'm glad I get to announce it. We have a special stage event starring the one and only Hironobu Kageyama.
Yeah, what?
Nice.
Dude, you want to talk about the voice of my childhood?
Mm-hmm.
Part of the reason why I even follow Dragon Ball to this day was because I heard Head Chala as an 11-year-old.
That is.
And I was like, that's my jam, bro.
Oh, it's gonna be a while. Next content. Oh my
And after
goodness.
that, we got the
Dragon Ball
Dragon
Legends
Ball
Special
Super
Pack
Card
Tournament
Game World
finalists.
Championship 2022
Wow,
finals.
15
Those guys have been
hours.
duking it out all
Way
weekend,
past
and I
that.
gotta say,
Damn.
that game looks crazy.
It looks crazy still.
Man, I don't know how that works, but like, there's stuff going on
Well.
every which way. Those guys look like Mensa agents. Then, of course, we have the Dragon Ball Legends Special Big Tournament Final. You just saw your two finalists on stage trying to hold it together without tearing each other apart. They got to wait just a little bit longer to get at each other's throats, but I guarantee you it's going to be a nice one. And then after that, Dragon Ball Fighters finale. That's gonna be something else.
A lot of people here for that game for sure.
Oh, boy, that's definitely something I'm catching out on.
What?
There's going to be a ton of awesome stuff also, like we mentioned earlier. If you're not at the venue already, but you're in town, get on over here. And if you're watching at home, there is a ton of awesome content to come your way. So stay tuned for the rest of Dragon Ball Battle Hour 2023, and we'll see you in just a little bit.
It's starting at 3 p.m. Wait, what? No, I got real far. Yeah, it has 9 on Switch. Alright guys, I'll watch this last fight later at 3 o'clock p.m. I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you guys for watching, if you've been watching, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out.